asking for holding the ball, they get it, the Eagles!
For Clinton Bolsh, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, Harvey Norman Computers, Sungold Milk, and McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central. This is 3YBFM's Hampden League Live.
You can't see it there, Hilly. It's going to make it a bit tough. But, looking forward to the contest. As Poss said, probably going to be one through the midfield, of course, and how they use the ball going forward, because I think, as I said before, I think Nathan Vardy and Billy Smiths need to stand up in this big game, and the club needs them to stand up, and I think they will. So if them two to play well, it's going to go well to winning the game. But as you know, Koroit don't give things away easily. Their back line's barely moves. Jack O'Sullivan back there along with Tim McPherson and Dallas Mooney. Look, they read the play that well, and they run off and know when to go, know when to be third man up. In midfield, maybe that might be where North can get on top through the midfield, but congratulations to young Finn O'Sullivan in with playing with his two brothers. Must be fantastic for the family, for the three boys to be playing in the same game. Really looking forward. Koroit's forward line, Dobson, Cora, and also Will Couch, who can do anything. He wouldn't know what he could do. He can win a game off his own boot, that man. But, it should be a good contest. North Warrnambool, as I say, Parrish, Vardy, and the three small forwards. Adam Wines is probably going to line up, and Sammy Dobson, as Adam Dowies said. So, looking forward to the contest. I just think Koroit, all over the field, well drilled, got some good players in Neve and a couple of good young players. You know, I think they just might get over North Warrnambool, but wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles got up and won.
Hey, Blakey, I want to ask you about Dion Johnston. I reckon you know he's a hard nut. He loves the ground boys and inside bull. You know, these conditions today. This is a day where I can see him really sort of accelerating and really stamping his authority on the game as well.
Played mostly up forward though, hasn't he? Yeah. As a high half forward, comes back and takes a grab every now and again. I just think today's the day he could be in the midfield.
Yeah.
Bit of grunt through the midfield.
That's right.
Yeah, well, he's their Will Couch, isn't he, in a lot of ways? He's the sort of bloke, and we've seen him flash in and out of games over the journey where he could kick 2 or 3 quick goals and win it off his own boot. I'd honestly, to be 100% fair on Dion Johnston, I'd like him to do it a little bit more consistently. I think he's a really, really good player. He can play a variety of roles. He does get that hard ball, but he can get out on his own. He's a beautiful kick for goal. I just reckon he flashes in and out a little bit sometimes, and maybe he's just got that little bit of inconsistency. But again, Will Couch a little bit like that too. You know, he could be a little bit quiet, but then flash in and kick 4 or 5 goals before you know what's going on. But I mentioned it to both the coaches. I think patience is a big thing today, Blackie. Maintaining possession of the footy, owning the footy, and not allowing the opposition to get it back off you easily. I think that's the key to it. If the ball spills to ground in respective forward lines, just cause that stoppage. Don't allow the opposition to pick it up, get a little handball out to the outside and then kick to someone in space and allow them to run. If you can't win the ball in your forward line, either by mark or clean ground ball gets, cause a stoppage and then reset and go again. I think that's going to be important today, but looking forward to a great game. I'm actually going to go for the Eagles. I reckon they can turn the tables this time on the Koroit Saints for no particular reason, because they're two great sides, but I just reckon that the goal-kicking power as good as Koroit's got, Sam Dobson, obviously Couch, Korowa, Heusler. I just think that the Eagles can maybe sneak under the radar, if you like, and pinch this one.
Can I ask you boys a question? So we speak commonly when we talk about Koroit, we speak about Dobson, as in Ben, Mooney, these guys, the separation they get from their forwards and how pivotal they can be with that third man up or that connecting point across half back and getting that ball movement flowing. Opposition teams know what happens. How can you stop it?
Well, the way you stop it, Hilly, and I've mentioned this before out here at Koroit, is you've got to be patient. I said be patient with the footy. Don't bomb the ball from your half back line to your half forward line, because that's where they are. They'll get separation, they'll take uncontested marks and they'll run it out again. What you've got to do once you win the ball in your defensive half, you got to chip it, if you like, get it into that midfield area, get it on your attacking side of midfield and kick over the top of those boys. That's where you got to do it. And then create a contest at the top of the goal square. That's when your smalls come into it and away you go. But if you get it, you panic, you bomb it, to that half-forward area.
Shallow entries.
Shallow entries, exactly right. Dobson, Mooney, they'll just get it. They'll run it away. They've got the runners on the outside, and away you go. Happy days. So you have to create that situation where you kick over top of them.
Absolutely. No, I agree, and I reckon that's going to be a pivotal thing that they'll certainly think about. I'm sticking with Koroit. I feel with Tommy batting, their back line could be maybe just a little bit vulnerable to a degree, very young, and obviously you're coming up against a very experienced lineup with that Suns back out, boys, and Roy here.
All clear on the horizon, Trendy.
Coming off
Yeah, absolutely. But I just think, the back line is going to be interesting for the North Warrnambool Eagles, up against the experience and so forth. But I'm looking forward to the midfield battle. I'm looking forward to seeing Billy Smets. We probably haven't seen him at his best in the Hampden League yet. Obviously, he's had a lot of nigglies, Blackie, but good to see him, fit and firing. Vards was saying that the other night on the online show. Good, another test for their youngsters. Birmingham is playing more inside midfield. Tate Porter and the like,
and Matthew Wines is probably the most consistent year I've seen him play, and he has been ultra consistent, so he's been very good getting that first ball out to someone running past, and he's been really good, Matthew. And the three Wines boys have been really good.
Oh, terrific.
And they got the banner up for Timmy McPherson, plays his 100th game, so you wouldn't want to be playing on him every week. You wouldn't get much of a sniff, would you?
I'll tell you a funny story. So when we interviewed Gator a couple of weeks ago, because he was that was when they played Warrnambool on the Friday night, he had to go do slice duty, go get the slice duty.
Yeah.
There was no halfway. They didn't have it ready or something or other there, so he's gone away from there, and I don't think even they had it, or they weren't having an afternoon tea here, so he said the boys just feasted on the slice while they're watching the under-18s and 2s. But you're right, he's been a great servant of the Koroit Saints, and a big, instrumental part of that success they've had over the number of years. Thoughts on Vardy? Obviously, been great up forward. Posh, what do you sort of feel with the conversation we had with Wiggsy? Do you feel he'll play more forward than ruck this afternoon?
I think initially he will, Hilly, and it's and
down this end he will.
Yeah,
down the bigger end.
And again, it's going to be about that getting that separation, and it's kicking out again, as I say, kicking over top of those cut-off type players, if you like, that Koroit have got. In saying that. If that happens, they'll want to get those forwards back quickly onto Vardy and create a contest, because I think if we've seen one thing from North this year, they've been sometimes a little bit too Vardy conscious, and clubs have picked up on that, and they're just dropping players back. And if you create a pack, it doesn't matter if you're Nathan Vardy or Gary Ablett Senior. Well, if you're Gary Ablett Senior, it might be different. But if you're, if you create a contest in a pack situation, it's hard to mark. But if they can get him one out, it's very, very difficult for anyone to beat him. And again, I say, as a small forward, if I was a small forward playing out there today for North, Blackie, I'd be running around his feet like a little mouse, because you're going to pick up plenty of opportunities if you do it. So I think that's what they'll do initially. You'll probably have little stints in the ruck, because Heusler, they'll probably try and run Heusler a little bit, because they've got those three options, Kellett, Muggerman and Vardy at different times, so they may try and exploit them a little bit in that way. But I think initially it'll be Vardy in the goal square trying to win those one-on-ones.
I think they want one of them three, Muggerman or Kellett, would probably have to play back, I'd say.
Well, I think with the way that Adam was saying, it's going to be probably Kellett. He's probably got that bit more flexibility down that back line.
And Heusler's been spending a lot more time forward and he's kicked a lot of goals too, Heusler. So, looking forward to it. Centre clearance is going to be very, very, that's going to, give him first use inside 50. Sam Dobson, if you play on him, do you let him mark the ball on the wing? I don't know if you do. And then he tries to get you on the way back. I'd be telling one of your midfielders to pick him up and wait for him to come back through. But as you say, he can kick the ball from 50 metres. A really good player. His work rate's really good. So, that's going to be interesting. Will Couch, he's just got something about him, hasn't he?
He's X-Factor plus.
He can go for a quarter and do nothing, then all of a sudden he kicks three quick goals. So they've got to really work hard on him. But looking forward to the contest. It's going to be a very competitive game. The ball's going to be moved pretty quick. Contested ball's going to be a big one, boys. Contested footy's going to be a big one. And a big shout out to Fitz. He's got the monitor going. Get on your Fitz, you booty.
Hey, and a big welcome to all of our viewers for tuning in on the 3YBFM Facebook page. Hopefully we bring you a good call with a great game of footy. Another player I want to ask. Now we get into the first bounce. Taylor McHenry, back in the side after probably didn't play a lot of games early on. Has probably been that player that can play that negating role. Do you see him fulfilling that position today, Poss? And if so, who would you probably look at try and negate in that midfield group?
Yeah, he's a bit of a spare parts man, isn't he, Taylor? He can play at either end of the ground and pinch it through the midfield. Yeah, look, I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether they'll go with the tag, either team. When I say a tag, perhaps not so much a full-on 100% tag, but more of a negating role. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I guess it depends on how Chris McLaren wants to use him, Blackie.
Yeah, I think, we were talking about Bailey Jenkinson before, and then at the other end is probably Benny Dobson, who's probably, they use him as them loose man, that quarterback position. So if I was you, Poss, would you let that happen, or would you just man up in your 6-on-6 in your forward line?
Yeah, well, again, I go back to what I said earlier, Blackie. You do have to man those boys up if you're unable to bypass them, because they, like Mooney and Ben Dobson read the play so well, and they'll set themselves up, and they're the sort of players, and this is what you got to do in a game of footy, Blackie. You have to really study the game, how it's going, as to what's not going to happen next, and I think that's important. You do get a lot of defenders who just spectate a lot.
Yep.
If you watch Mooney and Dobson off the ball when the ball's in the opposition forward line, they're constantly moving laterally or diagonally, and they're constantly looking at, okay, if so-and-so gets it in the back pocket, where's he most likely to go? And so then they'll go to fill that space for that kick going down the ground. That's what they're very good at, and really patient with how you use the ball going forward against those defenders.
Hey, boys are in their positions. What a midfield mix. We've got Muggerman, Wine, Smets, Johnston starting on the ball for the Eagles. They're kicking towards the Port Fairy end of the goals. The Saints are kicking towards the Bega end, with Horsler pulling, Whitehead and Hoy in there as well. Finn O'Sullivan in his debut game, donning the number 6.
Yep.
And he will start on a wing, so looking forward to it. So Koroit, Blackie, with you, or is it North Warrnambool?
Yeah, probably Koroit for
North for Poss, and I'm going to sit with Koroit as well. Let's get it underway, and a big fly there from Muggerman, but the tap down there from Horsler, and there's been a free kick, and it's going to go to Liam Hoy. Just didn't have the football to start off with this first quarter. Brought to you by Badeness Rural. He goes to half forward. Jenkinson waiting there, and all by himself takes a nice mark for the North Warrnambool Eagles. So you just can't afford to give this boy space. We talk about Mooney and Dobson. Jenkinson the same. Looking for Green inside the corridor. Couldn't take the mark, but is paid in the end. A chopping of the hands by Peterson. They look to move it to Smets quickly in the corridor. High up and under kick. Parrish one-on-one against O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan, beautiful one-on-one mark. Takes it at his defensive half-forward line, and he'll look to get it moving for the Saints.
He will, and that's exactly what I spoke about, Hilly. That kick, that bombing it in, not clearing that half-back line. So Sullivan goes wide, looking out there for Hoysler. He got a hand to it. He couldn't control it. Mooney at ground level. Comes back to Hoysler. Little underground handball. Only went as far as Kellett. Gets it back inside to Smets. Couple of possessions early. Smets goes down the line, but again, the numbers getting back for Koroit. A kick off the ground there. I think that was by Whitehead. Now he tries to get back on top of it. He can't. It's grabbed by O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan, I think that was Paddy, kicks it out wide looking for Neve. Neve gathers, goes this way, that away. Handball over the top was good, but it's going to go out of bounds for a boundary throw in front of young Connor Byrne. First time I've seen him this afternoon, to this year's season, this season too, Blackie. Looking forward to what he can bring for the table.
Is that Thunder or is that just people mucking around?
That might be the wild racing team.
Very wild. So Hoysler from behind got the tap out. It came out there towards O'Sullivan. That was Finn O'Sullivan. Comes to Johnson for North. Handball inside to Smets. Smets goes over the top. An errant handball. But running onto it is Birmingham, but he kicks it. Oh, he's dealt with it. He might be a free kick here. No. He was pretty harshly dealt with there by Liam Hoy as the ball went over the boundary line. But we'll have a throw in. Almost right in front of us in the commentary position here, Trent Hill. The time clock 2 minutes in the first quarter.
Just watch Jaden Whitehead. He'll just throw that little bit of physicality around the contest, which I really like because it's a big game. There's no doubt about it. Muggerman, he was dispossessed. Ball hits the ground, spending a bit of time on the ground, and Jones ducks in, tries to get it out for the North Warrnambool Eagles, and he's all wrapped up right in the centre here of Victoria Park. Blackie, your early thoughts 2.5 minutes in.
Yeah, as Poss said, you don't want Sullivan had a mark against Parrish, but it was contested. So, yeah, it's been running between the two arcs there, mate, and it's been a physical game so far.
Hoy been busy early, kicks it only as far as Jenkinson on defensive side of centre wing, broadcast side. I'll tell you what, he is a very integral part of this lineup for the North Warrnambool Eagles. He'll go long down the line. The target's going to be Vardy. Has to take on a couple. Mooney was courageous. Coming through as Jackson Grundy to Wines. Deflected there by Sam Dobson. Didn't quite get the handball and got the bump. Gee, there's a bit of physicality about this contest. In there is Birmingham, the Maskell medalist, and on him, top of him, is the 100-gamer and Timmy McPherson, the big gator. And we'll have another stoppage, Alan Blackburn.
They've come to play. Vardy throwing his weight around, which is really good. You want to be physical in the contest, but fair. That's what you want.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a great start, Blackie. So Heusler up against Muggerman. Heusler got the left-hand tap. It was a good one. He came down to Smets. He couldn't control. Ground level there was pulling, but he couldn't control it. It was gone over the line, out of bounds, exactly where it was just a short time ago. So 3.5 minutes, battery wheel time clock shows and concrete scoreboard. 0-0. It's a bit like a World Cup soccer game at Alan Blackburn. So Badeness Rural bringing this first quarter action this afternoon. Heusler beautifully to pulling. May have been held without it. Notice the umpire. Hoy is in there for North. Picked up by Johnson. He can't go anywhere. He's tackled and wrapped up there by, that was...
Fraser Robert, right?
Fraser Robert was. And
boys, we've got the three umpires, Mick Lowther, Jason Hughes and Lee McNaughton. So all the best of them, boys. Thank you.
Big day for those lads. So Heusler and Muggerman. It's a free kick plucked out of this key. Big might have been off the ball, it was. So it's going to go against Johnson. It's going to go to Liam Hoy, so the skipper. He's been pretty prominent early, bit of physicality. So down the line goes Hoy. Big kick, getting back there was Birmingham. Couldn't mark it. Come to at ground level there was Wines. Come out there to Grundy. Grundy got to Muggerman. Muggerman looking for Smets. Interfering there was Mooney. Did well. Got it to Sam Dobson. Off to his brother Ben. He goes on to a right foot, kicks down the line, but it's all North and getting back and taking a good mark. He played on. Actually touched. So that was Callum Grundy. Here's an opportunity now for Neve. Has a flying shot for goal, but it's gone to the right. So the first concrete scoreboard here this afternoon. We're nearly 5 minutes in on the battery wheel time clock. Badeness Rural first quarter, one behind the Saints, leading the North Warrnambool Eagles, who are yet to score.
Hey, Blackie, just watch Benny Dobson. I've just seen him sort of just touching the left hamstring there. So just keep an eye on him, all thanks to Arson K. Luke Wines with a driving kick in, looking for Muggerman, propels himself, comes out to Liam Hoy. That's touch number 5. Gathered, nice bit of work by Dobson, dispossessed. Wines got coverage, look to the aid of the boundary line. They're asking the question, and umpire Michael Leather says not happening here this time around.
They don't pay that a lot here, Alan Blackburn,
which is good.
It's a contentious rule at AFL.
Redford keeps. No.
So boundary throw is going to happen at true centre wing, half minutes in on the Shojan concrete scoreboard for the Koroit Saints. They're kicking to the bigger end of the ground. Nice bit of tap work there. It's Sinclair that gathered. He's got the long sleeve on. Taken high was Jenkinson. And already, Blackie, Jenkinson for touch number 4 has been busy.
He's had 2 or 3 marks, intercept marks, so it's been really good. Oops.
So kicked on that occasion. McCutcheon there, ready for the football. He'll go inside forward 50. Lowered his eyes, coming through his knee. Late was Wise, and that's a free kick.
He didn't have
against
to
the skipper to Byrne. And Byrne will take a free kick. Dobson territory. Koroit flies. It's Dobson. It is Sammy Dobson, takes a nice mark. And he'll have a kick from about 25 metres out, almost directly in front. And Blackie, I like the poise of that young fella. Not looking for the angles, just nice and direct. Yeah. And Dobson took a nice mark on the lead.
Yeah, it was made perfect for him, but he still had to take it on. Took it as a chest mark in the finish and should have no trouble from about 30 out on a slight angle.
Here we go, Sam Dobson for the opening goal of the afternoon rest. He'll kick from 30 metres out, comes in and drives it through for the first of the day. They go to 1-1-7 Koroit. North Warrnambool yet to score. 7 minutes almost gone on the battery wheel time clock. Alan Blackburn, all thanks to Rent for Keeps.
Yeah, Jenko probably learned to get off the mark a bit quicker, and his kick got smothered into McCutcheon, who done a beautiful kick into Dobson and made it for him. He kicked it to his advantage, and Sam Dobson doesn't miss Sam, and a great start by Koroit, who one goal from turnover.
Absolutely, and a Matco highlight of the day, because that was a strong mark by Sammy Dobson, the king of Koroit. Goal kicking extraordinaire. So up we'll go back in the centre. It's going to be Heusler, this time up against Vardy in the ruck. Vardy got the tap out. It came out there towards Birmingham, couldn't control it. Picked up there by Whitehead. Handball over the top, but he might win a free kick. No, it's not Whitehead, it's actually Paddy O'Sullivan down there.
come back.
Paddy O'Sullivan will take the relieving kick almost the centre of Victoria Park here this afternoon, bathed in sunshine. 7.5 minutes battery wheel time clock first quarter, brought to you by Badeness Rural. So O'Sullivan runs around the man on the mark. That was Wines. So he drives it long. Now Koroit and Dobson. Koroit from behind couldn't take the mark, couldn't get it at ground level either. Beautifully done by Neve. That's what he's good at. I gives it to Jenkinson, who's on hands and knees, but he's good enough to get it to Wines. That was Matty Wines. It's just it's like a magnet to Jenkinson, isn't it? He comes to him even when he's lying on the ground. The ball's gone over the line out of bounds right in front of the crowd down there in front of the change rooms here at Koroit this afternoon. Boundary throw in, so 1-1-7 the Koroit Saints. The Eagles yet to score, haven't been inside 50 as yet, so boundary throw in. It's going to be Vardy again, this time up against Koroit. Two of the big boys of the competition. So Vardy gets to the front, a shallow knock on, but it was a shallow ball in. Comes to McCutcheon, couldn't control it. Picked up there nicely by Finn O'Sullivan. Gets to the forward line. Up they go. Big high flies at the front, and an opportunistic goal kicked out there. And that was by Connor Burns. So the littlest man in the contest there, Alan Blackburn, caused the stoppage, flew for the mark, first to recover at ground level, and kicks a... Well, he's kicked a Lucas Brothers Butcher Snag of the Day contender, and we're only just 9 minutes into the first quarter, brought to you by Badeness Rural, and that's on the battery wheel time clock. Trent Hill, just an opportunistic goal by little Connor Byrne. First time we've seen him, son of the great Peter, and that was beautifully done.
He was. He's a smart small forward, a young Connor Byrne, and I'll tell you what, they want to have a firm match up on him for a young Byrne Blackie. I think he kicked 5 goals in his debut game a few weeks ago.
Yeah, they're getting the ball in very quick, aren't they? And good contest there by Coro, who could have nearly taken the mark, but Byrne was there, snapped, and a beautiful... so they've won 2 centre clearances, 4 inside 50s, and Eagles probably haven't hadn't inside their forward 50 as yet.
And that's all brought to you by Synod Accountant Stats, big fly, and it's just Horsley that kept his feeding, got the tap down, and Smets jumping on the football as well. They're asking the question, young Porter, and McCutcheon just gets back up and gives the ball to umpire McNaughton to resume proceedings here at Victoria Park. So a 13-point lead early in this first term. 10 minutes almost gone on the battery wheel time clock. Paddy O'Sullivan trying to be busy. In there is Porter once again, unable to get it out. And we'll have another stoppage. I reckon we're going to be up for a few stoppages this afternoon, Blackie. Just, the physicality and the trapping and the tackling ability of both sides.
Yeah, you did right, mate. It's until they get the free ball going, but they're not making it easy for either side.
No, Peterson comes in, ducked the head, trying to bar through, and he got the ball out, only as far as Paddy O'Sullivan. Robbed him there was his teammate in Horsley, got it to Whitehead, 1-on-1. Dobson up against Adam Wines. Neve crumbs, gets her out the handball, gets it to Dobson, breaks the tackle on the left boot, looks to straighten up the kick, and a nice one-handed mark. A Mako highlight there from Benny Callett. He probably didn't mean it in the end, but he took a nice mark. And he'll get the resultant kick to get it out of that defensive 50.
He did. He comes up the swing position. It's all Koroit at the back. Mac Peterson couldn't take the mark. He goes towards the boundary line. Grabbed by Jenkinson. May have been taken high, but no, said the umpire. It's out of bounds for a boundary thrown in front of the coaches' boxes for Renfrew Keeps, Alan Blackburn.
So that wind, probably, I reckon 2 to 3 goals probably at that wind, although it seemed to have dropped off a bit, but I still reckon it's a couple of goals.
It is. So Hoysler got it down to Neve, who's been busy. Now the bounce is going to be important here. Was best read out there by the North Warrnambool Eagles in number 40. They're not quite sure who that is out there. Different Guernsey, I think so. It'll be a boundary throw in deep in the forward pocket for the Koroit Saints. They'll be looking to add to their score, which is 2-1-13 at this stage. 11.5 minutes on the battery wheel time clock. Badeness Rural first quarter comes in. Keller from behind got the tap down, or running after it there, I think was Grundy. Might have got one too high. And the relieving free kick will be taken out there by the North Warrnambool Eagles. So kick down the line, getting back, big pack of players up. They go, strong mark in front there. That was by Green. So Judah Green, he's got the Bailey, what's his name?
Smith.
Bulldogs, Bailey Smith haircut. Gets it out wide. So another kick down the line. It's a chance for Parrish. Good use of the body, but he couldn't take the mark. The ball's at ground level. Getting after it there. There's a big pack of players out that far outside wing. It comes out
She's
there.
on too, Jack O'Sullivan.
Yes, so the boys are getting into it. It's going to be a free kick picked out of it. It's going to go to O'Sullivan. So this is Jack O'Sullivan. Been pretty good early across half-back. Goes down the line. All Eagles getting back there. And first to recover, but Neve chips in for Koroit. She's been busy. Left foot snap. but he misses to the left, to the right. Gee, I tell you what, he's been busy early, Neve. That's 4 or 5 good quality possessions. So 2-2-14 on the Battery World time clock. That's the Koroit Saints leading the North Warrnambool Eagles, who are yet to score. We've played almost 13 minutes. Badeness Rural, first quarter on the Battery World time clock. Trent Hill.
Luke Wines to kick in duties, finds his brother Adam. And he takes a nice mark. So he's got a big job on Dobson this afternoon. He'll go short by... And they're still at the edge of defensive 50. And it's going to be a 50-metre penalty. Coming in late there was McCutcheon. And Spence will take the resultant 50-metre penalty. So this could be the first foray forward for the North Warrnambool Eagles. Whereas the Koroit Saints are 14 points up. So he's got his 50-metre penalty. Numbers floating back there for the Koroit Saints. Goes by hand. Good handball. Finds Sinclair, drives it inside forward 50. Oh, almost taking the mark there was Jack Burke. I reckon he might have got it taken too high, resultant free kick. And Jack Burke wants to sharpen up the kick, told to play on. Goes around the body and kicks a goal. And that's a Lucas Brothers snag of the day. He didn't mean it, Jack Burke. He was under a little bit of pressure. He wanted to send to the football. Then he's kicked it to the top of the square. And that's North Warrnambool Eagles' first goal of the afternoon. 1 straight 6 on the Shojin Concrete scoreboard. Koroit 2-2-14. 14 minutes gone on the Battery World time clock. Alan Blackburn. Nice one there by Jack Burke.
Yeah, first inside 50 really for the Seagulls, and got a bit of front-on contact, and then he must have been getting off the line and was told to play on, had to rush it from over in that far forward pocket. Great goal, they needed it.
They did, and back in the centre, it's going to be Koroit, this time up against Benny Muggerman. So the North Warrnambool Eagles rotating the ruck a bit more than Koroit. Koroit tapped it for himself and then kicked a big clearing kick. Comes out there towards Dobson and Wines. Wines getting back on top of it. Here's a chance for the Eagles to clear. Comes out there towards Wines. That is Adam Wines, but he couldn't control it before it went over the line out of bounds on that far outer side half-forward flank, about 35 metres around from the Koroit goal. They lead 2-2-14. 1 straight goal. The Eagles Battery World time clock. We've played almost 15 minutes. Badeness Rural first quarter, so boundary throw in. Heusler got to the front, got the tap out over the top, trying to get a kick out there was McCutcheon. Gets back on top of it again, stacks on the middle. There'll be a ball up just in the area of that last boundary throw in, and they'll compete for this about 30. Gee, someone just got dropped to their bum there, so McCutcheon. So the boys are having a dip, that's for sure. So it's going to be Koroit. It's Heusler, in fact. Up they go against Kellett. Came down to Tate Porter. Good little handball went over the top there, and well done by Wines. That was Matthew Wines. His handball didn't hit a target, however. Now the ball's at ground level. Stacks on the middle, and I think we'll see another ball up. Will we? Yes. No, it's out. No, now it's going to be a ball up. So a little bit further around from the Koroit goal, about 45, 50 metres out, in fact, for rent for keeps. Alan Blackburn, how have you seen the first quarter?
Yeah, really good. 4 centre clearances to Koroit and 7 inside 50s to 1. Just one. He's need to get on top of that centre clearance range, Hilly.
Porter got the kick into some territory. Overrunning it there was Parrish. Working it nice there was Fraser Robb. And Lloyd will go short. Goes through the hands of his teammate on that outer side. He looks to gather. He'll go back inboard. Plenty of numbers around the contest. And some hard football being played on that outer side wing. They go inside forward 50. Some one-on-ones here. Koroit, Couch, Dobson, they're all there, as are Wines and Jenkinson. And they jump on the pill. They can't get it out, and we'll have a stoppage. 25 out from Koroit's goal. They lead by 8 points. I know we're going around the grounds very soon, boys, but I know that South Warrnambool are leading by 19 points in their game against Camperdown. I know we'll go around the grounds very, very soon. Arts and K, Blackie?
Yeah, just on Benny Dobson. He come off when you said, Hilly, about 5 or 10 minutes ago, and he's done a few run-throughs, and he's just going to go out and test it. I'd say he could be right, mate. Could be a little
like twinge on the hamstring.
Yeah.
Lucky, hasn't he?
Yeah, so just a bit probably just doing a few run-throughs. So hopefully Dobbo is okay. Heusler trying to get the big tap down. Nicely read there by Matty Wines. Dispossessed, and McHenry's there to try and trap it. He gets it out. He tries to barge through, and he takes them on. And he's all wrapped up, and we'll have another stoppage inside forward 50. Callum Grundy getting up there with a bit of force. Not too happy And there's just no love lost between these two sides.
Stoppage number 15 for the quarter, Trent.
There you go. So Callett up against Horsler. No one got a clear, decisive tap. Hard ball down. Socket off the ground. Muggerman. Koroit. He grabs it. Recovers. Pulling. Hasn't had a lot of it early. Dispossessed. Here comes Matty Wines. He's tackled. It's a bit of a volleyball game at the moment. Nice bit of work there by Jenkinson. Coming through there was Judah Green. Look at the players around the contest. They're coming in left, right and centre. And there's a bit going on that outer side. A bit of push and shove and a few little nudges.
Oh, McCutcheon comes in.
Free kick for North Warrnambool.
And a free kick to the North Warrnambool Eagles.
Yeah, off the ball, I think, against McCutcheon there. So she's pretty willing early on. So the relieving free kick will be taken by the goal kicker, Jack Burke. He comes out wide. He's looking out there for Grundy. This is Callum Grundy. Getting in the road was Dobson. The ball comes out. So it's a one-handed throw there. It'll have to be a free kick to Couch.
I think it's Jack Johnston, number 40.
It is. That's indeed right. So we finally picked him up. So first touch for Will Couch. Good kick. Spots up Neve. All on his own, about 35 to 40 metres out. And by gee, I tell you what, they need to start paying some attention to him down there for Renfrew keeps Alan Blackburn, because he's coming up for probably possession 6 or 7 as he's young and Jaron Neve.
Been good.
Been terrific. So he believes that he can kick it because he's going to have a deliberate shot. He's going to have to kick it almost 50 metres. Not quite sure that he can get the distance, but he's going to give it a crack or just set it up the top of the square. Neve comes in, drop punt on its way. It's a nice look. There he is! So that is a Lucas Brothers Butcher snag of the day contender from Jaron Neve. The recipient of a beautiful pass from Will Couch, Alan Blackburn, and the Saints. They're on fire early. They go to 3-2-20 on the Shojan concrete scoreboard. They lead the North Warrnambool Eagles, who are one straight goal 6. We've played 19 minutes in the battery wheel time clock. First quarter action brought to you by Badeness Rural this afternoon.
Let's go around the grounds. All thanks to the McLaren Hunt Financial Group. Jason Canadi's looking after Terang, Mortlake and Port Fair at the Gardens Oval. Jace, what's the latest in your game, mates?
Yes, we're in the second quarter, 4 minutes 30 in. Port Fairy 1-6-12 to Terang Mortlake 2-2-14.
Beautiful work. Let's go to Ash Carlson up at the Lura Oval. South Warrnambool will take you on Camperdown. Ash, what's the latest?
Yeah, long first quarter, nearly 10 goals kicked in it actually. 31-minute mark, South Warrnambool 7-4, 46, Camperdown 3-2-20.
Beautiful work, and the Reed Oval is a destination between Hamilton and Warrnambool. Andrew Brown's our man. And Brownie, what's the latest in your game, mates?
Just gone 28 minutes in the first quarter here, Hilly, and Warrnambool are leading 3-1-19 to Hamilton's 1-5-11.
Beautiful work. Thanks to Andrew Brown at the Reed Oval as well. Jaron Neves just had a shot at goal and a minor score, so he's being busy. And I'll tell you what, if we were talking Matthews Petroleum Player of the Day in this first term, Neve would be certainly in amongst that conversation. Rightio. Let's see what the Wines can do with Luke Wines with the kicking, and Callett's the man. Bit of holding on, and it's going to go to Jared Cloro. So, Blackie, for my mind, I think there's just a bit of undisciplined play here from the North Warrnambool Eagles, and the Koroit Saints are certainly taking advantage of it.
They are, mate, definitely, yeah.
So Koroit inside, Cause is going to be the target, didn't mark it. Roving there is Whitehead, and it goes across for a minor score. So they're really peppering the goal line. 2-3-15 Koroit, 1 straight 6 North Warrnambool, 21 minutes gone.
Alan Blackburn for Arts and K. I think if I was a betting man, I'd say that Ben Dobson's probably not moving all that well out there. He's kept an eye on him.
I haven't had a look at him.
He's standing the forward line now, and I'm just not sure that he's 100%.
I think they kicked 3 goals.
3 goals, yeah.
Yeah, 3 goals, yeah.
Yep, so goals to Dobson, Neve, and also Connor Byrne.
Yeah.
So there's an opportunity for him to go forward again, because this is Sammy Dobson out there in the half-forward flank. He's about 70 metres out. He sets it up, forward pocket, looking for Heusler. Up he goes. At ground level was really good. It's a box on here between Wines and Koroit.
It is.
And I tell you what, there was a couple of haymakers thrown there, boys, and well, it's going to be a boundary throw in, but just keep an eye on that Alan Blackburn, because I tell you what, they are getting pretty willing, the boys. Up they go. It's Callett. Gets it down. They're all going to want it here. Here we go. Chance to relief from Wines. Oh, now he's been pushed over. Now there's an opportunity to go forward by the Eagles, down on the wing position. Fraser Robb was there for Koroit. He couldn't get it. Birmingham picks it up. up, but he's forced over the line out of bounds by Dallas Mooney, and there'll be a boundary throw in. And still a bit going on off the play there. I think Adam Wines, I don't think, was too impressed with Will Couch is dishing out. So boundary throw in. It's going to be Kellett and Koroit. Koroit from the front, got the tap, went down. Getting back on it is Matthew Wines. He couldn't control it at ground level, going in hard there and winning a free kick first for the footy, and that was Tate Porter.
I think they're going to start playing a few free kicks just to break that little contested stuff up.
And it's on again here between McCutcheon and Wines. So a little kick by Porter comes across the ground to Wines. So this is Adam Wines deep in his defence. The Koroit Saints are going to try and shut things down. He's going to go short. He has to. The spoil there on Jenkinson was applied. Got the Neve again. Handball over the top was good to Sam Dobson, but missed his target. Here's an opportunity now for number 61, like Curran O'Donnell. The ball's deep in the goal square. They might force it over for a point. They will. Taken over there by, that was Lukey Wines. So it's actually 3-3. 21, the Koroit Saints were a goal down on the scoreboard. 23 minutes, battery wheel time clock. 1 goal straight, the North Warrnambool Eagles. For Renfrew Keeps, Alan Blackburn and Senate Stats.
Senate Accountant Stats, 13 inside 50s to 1. 3 marks inside 50 and 5 centre clearances. Trenty Hill.
Yeah, they're dominating the play, aren't they, the Saints? I just think more for level head too, Blakey. I just think they've been a little bit undisciplined at times, just with free kicks and so forth, given the Eagles. They need to just contain themselves a little bit and worry about playing the football and getting it forward. So Johnson goes down the line. Parrish pushes out. That's a mark taken. I thought it was a little bit of a push there on O'Sullivan.
Solid.
So he goes over the top looking for Kellett. Reading it nicely was Muggerman. Wants to go inboard. Finds Mortar. He can break through. 50 from home. Mortar to a vacant goal square. Working back there is Fraser Robb, but it goes there through for a minor score. So they've 100% efficiency when they go forward. The North Warrnambool Eagles, they've kicked 117 with their 2 inside forward 50 entries. And the Saints, well, they lead. They're kicking 3 goals. I reckon that might be 3 goals 4.
3-4, mate. Yeah.
3-4-22. Paddy O'Sullivan here on true centre wing. We've played 24 minutes, so we start a little bit later compared to our other games around the region. He'll go short by foot over the top, McHenry. And McHenry, very versatile, can play that negating role, can play that really strong midfield role. He'll go laterally and finds Whitehead. He can just go long inside forward 50. Koroit was going to set himself, as does Horsler. And Horsler takes a nice mark. Wasn't a lot of pressure with that marking contest. And Big Jezza, who's had a great year in front of the big sticks, will look to kick his first goal of the afternoon. He'll kick from every bit of 50 metres on a 45-degree angle. And wouldn't this get the Saints faithful up and about? Horsler coming in. He's going to really set himself. He's walking around, goes towards the top of the square, gets good purchase. Dobson flies and is touched over the line for a minor score. And there's a big scuffle on at centre half forward. It's going to happen all day between these two sides.
Coming in there,
and I'll tell you what, Blackie.
It's lovely. We'll have a look on the monitor here. That'll be better.
I think Jeff Birmingham was felled there, boys, and I think that's what caused all that. So he's got a bit of mud on him too, so plenty of action here. And the play is, it's underway, so back pocket is Johnson. That's Jack. Kicks it down the line. Up they go. No mark taken. Spilled at ground level. Picked up there by Koroit. Drives it in looking for Sammy Dobson. Pushed the back nose of the umpire. Here's a chance at the back for O'Sullivan. If you get a boot to it, it'll dribble. Oh. But it won't dribble enough. And it's on again in the goal square, boys. I tell you what, he might be picked a free kick out of this, and I think it's going to go to Koroit, boys. Now, they best not worry about it and just go back and take the kick. There's going to be a free kick here to O'Sullivan. It's Paddy O'Sullivan.
Does the point count?
Well, I'm not sure. Did the point count?
Well, it would have, wouldn't it? The point would count, and then you get the result of free kick.
They haven't waved the flags.
No, he hasn't waved the flag, but the goal umpire, I think, is trying to indicate to the field umpire that may be the case. But nevertheless, it's going to go to Paddy O'Sullivan, who's going to kick Koroit's 4th goal, and he does. So 4-4. That is 30 on the Shojin concrete scoreboard. 26 and a half minutes battery wheel time clock. First quarter action. Badeness Rural. Alan Blackburn for Senate Stats. The great accountants. And for Renfrew Keeps, it's got plenty happening. And I think the thing is with North, I think they're doing a little bit too conscious of the man. Even at the marking contest, they're trying to find their man rather than just fly and take the mark.
Yeah, you got to know when to go, and you don't want to be giving away a free kick right in. It's good to be physical and all that, but you got to really control your aggression there, and you know you can't give away goals like that. It's just not on.
Well, not 3-goal lead to a side that's won 6 flags in a row. No. That is for sure. So it's 4-5 to 1-1. They've got the score updated, all thanks to Shojan Concrete Scoreboard. McHenry there, he's been busy first term, 27 minutes gone. And I'll tell you what, it's had its highlights this first quarter. All brought to you by Bade Ness Rural. They're hard and they're tough out of Bade Ness, and it's been a hard brand of football here at the Victoria Park. Here's Finn O'Sullivan coming in. I've been taking off the footy a little bit. Hoy tripped over with Wines. Nothing in malice there. Coming there is Tate Porter. Working hard there is Jackson Grundy as well. They jump on the ball.
Jeez,
and we'll
really?
have... Oh, yeah, they're coming in with all our cylinders blaring. That is for sure. So what a first turn we've had thus far. The Saints have really led the way with a 22-point lead. Umpire Hughes throws it up. Koroit, Muggerman got the tap down decisively. Nice pick up there in the end by Felix Jones. He's wrapped up straight away. And just with that physicality, with their tackling the Saints, they're certainly meaning business. So we'll go again for umpire Hughes to throw it up. It's been a good battle. Muggerman's tried hard. Koroit reads it nicely. Dispossessed. That was holding the ball for mine. Finn O'Sullivan goes long down the line, looking for Hawser up against Wines. And Matko Higher mark of the day. Great mark. He'll look to get it long into Dobson. He'll go inside, forward 50. Watch, Couch. Was it pulling? As Peterson gets it out. Burn. Kicks around the body. And it's out of bounds, and we'll have a boundary throw. And that was exciting from Mac Peterson. And there's been some highlights in this first term, Alan Blackbird.
There sure has. 4-5 to 1-1, and 5 centre clearances to 1 inside 50s, boys. 15 to 2. 4 marks inside 50 to the Koroit Saints. So, they've been all over them, haven't they,
There was a free kick picked out of that before it went out of bounds. It went to Johnson. That was Jack Johnson, Blackie. So now Billy Smets has got it. He'll go short. Gee, it's a risky kick.
For you,
missed
mate.
its target. Opportunity off the ground was good by North. And, Felix Jones marks it. He plays on immediately. Goes in short. Looking out there for Muggerman. He's been pretty good, Muggerman. Oh, he goes short too, looking for Johnson. He's surrounded by Saints. Is he good enough to get rid of it? No, he's not. And I think he'd be holding the ball. It's just the numbers again. And I emphasise it 100 times, Blackie, but they're just playing into the hands of that half.
Poor delivery, though.
Yeah, it was poor delivery. So O'Sullivan, he's been really good. This is Jack O'Sullivan across half back. Gets it out wide. There's a chance for Mac Peterson. So he's got a number loose out there on that far outer side wing. That was Jamie Lloyd. His kick wasn't great, though, and it went over the head of Mooney. It's gone out of bounds for a boundary throw in about 65 metres around from the Koroit Saints goal. They lead on the Shojan Concrete Scoreboard 4-5-29 to the North Warrnambool Eagles 1-1-7. We've played almost 30 minutes on the Battery World time clock. First quarter action, Bade Ness Rural here at Koroit, Victoria Park this afternoon.
Wise gets the football out of the contest. He kicks it, but again, the numbers are favouring the Saints. O'Sullivan goes short down the line. Dobson reading it well. Gathers. His second effort slips over. There was Wines. Takes a bounce. Goes long inside, forward 50. Haws the direction. Over the back is Byrne. And Grundy sees it over the behind line, and we'll have another minor score. Let's go around the grounds, all thanks to the McLaren Hunt Financial Group. Jason Kennedy looking after Terang, Mortlake and Port Fairy. Jace, what's the latest?
Yeah, still in the second quarter, 15 minutes 35. Port Fairy 1-7-13 and Terang Mortlake 6-2-38. They're just starting to skip away.
Beautiful work, Terang Mortlake doing it nicely. Let's go to Ash Carlson. South Warrnambool will take you on Camper down at the Lura Oval. And Ash, what's the latest?
3-minute mark, second quarter. Camper down 3-2-20. South Warrnambool 7-4-46.
And lastly, let's go to the Red Oval. Andrew Brown looking after Warrnambool and Hamilton Kangaroos. Brownie, what's the latest?
Second quarter's just started here, Hilly, and it's Warrnambool 3-2-20, leading Hamilton 1-5-11.
Beautiful work. So a nice lead there to the Warrnambool Blues. Back here, we're approaching the 31-minute mark. Might be a last-ditch effort here for the North Warrnambool Eagles, and a nice mark taken there by Whitehead.
50 metres.
Slung from Felix Jones, and this might put him in reach to have a big kick at the goals. They've dominated this term. They've probably been a little bit more level-headed than the North Warrnambool Eagles with their physicality and approach to the contest. And he's on the edge of the centre square, Jaden Whitehead. So he's going back. He gives himself a chance to get close to the distance. I don't know whether he's going to make it to be the goal of the year if he does.
Couldn't possibly.
So Whitehead, he'll be about 60 metres out. Comes in, works around the corner, puts it top to the square. That's a big kick at the back. Was waiting.
Big kick.
Was Dobson. And Benny Dobson playing forward as well, and still hobbling, all thanks to Arts and K2, Blackie, in a minor score.
Yeah, he went forward when he came on the ground, and probably going to rest him, I'd say, after this quarter.
Hey, Blackie, just an update on the Shojan Concrete scoreboard, just because the time score is probably a little bit out of whack here.
Yeah.
So if you can work out the numbers for us, that'd be fantastic.
4-7. 4-7 to 1-1, mate. I make it.
So I think the boundary, the goal umpires will adjust that at quarter time, you hope. So quarter time here at Victoria Park at Koroit this afternoon, and Blackie says it's 4 goals, 7-31. The Koroit Saints leading the North Warrnambool Eagles 1-1-7. That quarter on the battery wheel time clock went almost 32.5 minutes, and that first quarter action, and there was plenty of it, was brought to you by Badeness Rural. They've got the best rural supplies in the Western District out there on the corner of Caramel Road and Princess Highway, Trent Hill.
They do. Let's take a break here on Hampden League Live. It's the Saints going into the quarter time break with a 24-point lead. We'll be back with second quarter action right after this.
Hampden League Live for Clinton Bolsh Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, Harvey Norman Computers, Sungold Milk and McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central, 3YB FM.
If there's one thing us Aussies know, it's great coffee. Like the best ever McCafe blend. Expertly made by baristas for a smooth, rich taste that hits the spot every time. Now that's coffee fit for an Aussie.
Fitz Media Productions is your online broadcast specialist. From meetings and special events to weddings, funerals and sport. Fitz Media's fully equipped mobile broadcast unit provides a professional, reliable live stream anywhere. Contact us today.
Woohoo! The footy's back, bigger and better than ever. Just like the boys at Peter Bosch Bridgestone, now offering full logbook servicing and mechanical. With tyres starting from $60 and zip pay available. Why go anywhere else? Peter Bosch Bridgestone, Ferry Street.
The Country Care Dental team listen, care and explain so you know you're in good hands. From no-gap cleaning to advanced procedures, they'll look after you. Open 8 to 7 weekdays in Hamilton and Camperdown. countrycaredental.com.au.
From trees to traffic, Carter Group is the home of fully trained arborists, offering tree removal, trimming and lopping of trees, along with on-site traffic management planners and high-quality traffic management. Visit cartergroup.com.au.
When building a new home, the first place to go is Greens Bricks and Windows. They stock PGH Bricks trend windows and doors with double glazing to all styles. Make the right choice. See Greens Bricks and Windows, 7 Robson Street, Warrnambool.
I'm Roma Britnell, your local Member of State Parliament. I'm working hard for you and for the South West Coast region to make sure we have a vibrant and prosperous place to live and work. I want to know what matters most to you, to hear your ideas on how to make South West Coast even better. You can email me, catch me on social media, or visit my office in Liebig Street. I'm here to work for you.
Authorised by Roma Britnell MP, 94 Liebig Street, Warrnambool, funded from parliamentary budget.
You gotta get down to Pontings, they're the expert crew, who are always here for you. It's where the locals go, and the tradies know. You gotta get down to Pontings, we've got ya.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop, time for you, time for me, love and everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. The sun goes.
3 steps: design, plan and construct. Smith & Son Renovations and Extensions take care of all 3 steps to provide you with a smooth and cost-effective process. See Nathan and the team at Smith & Sons, Ferry Street, quality builders and reno specialists.
Did you know that Badeness Rural have 3 agronomists and an experienced in-store team to help service the needs of their clients? With the right advice and the latest in agriculture technology, they provide a tailored service specific to your farm needs. Helping you boost production and keeping costs in check is what they do best. From on-farm agronomy to decades of expertise in-store to help you get the best results. Call in and see them today. Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Karamat Road, Warrnambool.
Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater has all your fresh meats ready to go. And small goods handmade on the premises daily. Yeah! Find Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater at Lucas Brothers Butchers with easy, convenient drive-through. Corner of Banyan and Lava Streets, Warrnambool.
On 3YB FM, this is Hampden League Live for Harvey Norman Computers, Carter Group and Peter Bolsh Bridgestone.
Welcome back to Victoria Park. It is quarter time. A little bit of a delayed start here just due to two other games going a little bit over time here between Koroit and North Warrnambool. And what an entertaining, physical, hard encounter we saw in this first term with the Saints really, I guess, excelling down that bigger end of the ground. 4-8-32, leading North Warrnambool 1-1-7. Allen and Blackburn, all thanks to Rent for Keeps. It was physical, it was hard, there was stoushes, there was some good goals kicked. Yeah. And in my mind, I think Koroit sort of led the way there with just maybe being a little bit more level-headed with around the contest.
I think they reacted quicker from that malaise. I think they got back that goal that that Connor Byrne kicked was back from the melee, got back pretty quick and they got it in quick. Yeah, good to fly the flag and show a bit of physicality, but that's a Cardinals thing. You can't give away a goal like that. You know, you have to wait until the ball's cleared and then maybe do something, but you can't give away easy goals like that. 4-8-32 to 1-1. A few accounting stats for that quarter. 4 centre clearances to Koroit, 1 to North Warrnambool Eagles, 16 inside 50s, which is massive. 4 marks inside 50 for Koroit. North Warrnambool Eagles, 1 centre clearance and 2 inside 50s. And as Hilly said, they're going at 100%. They've kicked 1-1 from the 2 inside 50s. Some better players for that quarter. Sam Dobson, he is just a machine. Paddy O'Sullivan was really good. Horsler was good in the ruck. You know, Connor Byrne, Jyron Neve, he was really good. Tate Porter was in and under. Bailey Jenkinson started the quarter well. Adam Wines in his contest against Sam Dobson, he's a hard man to play on. Dean Johnson done a few good things. Billy Smith started well, but as you said, the physicality in the game was good, but you've got to know when to use it and know when not to. But a bit worried about Benny Dobson. He's still staying on the ground. He's heading into the forward line, so we'll see how he goes with his slight hamstring twinge.
Have a look at him. If would it be a hamstring or a corky?
I'm thinking a corky.
It'd have to be a corky.
Wouldn't be a hammy.
Surely if it's a hamstring, he wouldn't be out there, and he's clearly hobbling. So, and not playing his regular role across half back, playing out of the goal square. So, you know, he's probably going to try and run it out. Definitely not 100% fit. It'd have to be a corky as opposed to a hamstring.
They seemed to work harder too, Koroit, didn't they? They had an extra man at the contests, and when they did break free, they had an overlapping player to give it to. So I just thought they worked a bit harder than North Warrnambool also, but North need to get a few centre clearances. If you win 5 centre clearances, you're giving your forwards a bit of a chance, aren't
It's going to be interesting to see how they go again the Port Fairy end of the goals, because I think, you know, from the 2 games we saw prior, there wasn't a lot of score in the reserves and also under 18s up that end of the ground. So it's going to be interesting to see how Koroit go and whether that is a bit of an advantage going down that bigger end as well. What do you reckon Adam Dowie would have said to his troops, Blackie, quarter time?
Yeah, he just said controlled aggression. Good to be hard at the footy, but you've got to know when to leave the congestion and get back on your man and not give away silly free kicks. Get some centre clearances, get some scoreboard pressure onto them, get some quick inside 50s. And get your forwards a bit of a chance, and that's what they're doing. They've got Callett in the ruck now. They've got Parrish at full forward, and where's Big Nathan?
Vardy's not out there, Blackie, so that's interesting. You'd think that they're going to start with Callett in the ruck. You would think that Vardy would be starting. So
I think Cora was on the bench for them.
We'll have to have a look at that for Arts and Kay. We may have an injury concern there for the North Warrnambool Eagles. You would think that he would be on the ground if he was fit.
So Callett up against Horser in the ruck to start this second term. Brought to you by Harvey Norman Warrnambool Computers. Steve Walker and the team out there do a great job. Here comes Neve, was busy. A kick there forward from Pulling. Leading the chase is Luke Wines. Gathers, sells the candy and look to go down the wing. Spearing past out in front of Burke. Couldn't quite grasp it, and a boundary throw-in. So a promising start only in the first 30 seconds, Blackie. They got their hands on it.
Yeah.
For the ball going in that sort of forward direction. Let's see what they can manufacture. But the Saints not to take anything away from them. They were absolutely sensational in that first term. So Horser, he'll do the work against Callett. Taps down as far as Hoy, taking over the shoulder, and Liam Hoy will get the resultant free kick, and he was busy as well. He's had a good season, Liam Hoy. He'll feature highly in the Maskell medal vote. You would have thought. He's been absolutely terrific. The skipper looking for where to go next. Long down the line. White is there, setting himself was Byrne. Ball hits the deck, picked up by Callum Grundy. He jumps on it, as does his opponent. And we'll have a stoppage on attacking side of centre wing for the Koroit Saints. They lead by 25 points. A minute gone in this second term.
Yeah, Harvey Norman Computers, second quarter action, Victoria Park, up it goes. Hoyes look at the tap down, running onto it. There was Finney O'Sullivan for Koroit, but he couldn't control it. Goes over the line, out of bounds, almost in front of the bar here at Koroit this afternoon. Bathed in sunshine. We had a little bit of drizzle early, but it's magnificent now. So battery wheel time clock, we're just a minute and a half in this second quarter. 4:8:32, the Saints 1-1-7, the North Warrnambool Eagles. Callett up against Heusler. Callett got the front position. Heusler got the tap out, came to Matty Wise. Little handball out the back, only went as far as Neve. He's clever. He got it across there to McHenry. A little kick down the line by Hoy, but it's chopped off by his opposite number 10 in Bailey Jenkinson for the Eagles. So traditionally in his long sleeves today, Bailey. So he'll go down the line. There'll be a marking contest, centre wing. Getting back is Callett. In the front there was Fraser Robb, couldn't control it. The ball come out the back there to Jack Burke. He got a handball out to Smets, but a little kick along the line went out of bounds in front of the coaches' boxes here at Koroit this afternoon. So they want to make some headway this quarter, the North Warrnambool Eagles, because they're kicking with the aid of a slight breeze down to the Bega Cheese end. So Callett, he got the tap down and went towards Felix Jones, picked up by Smets, goes this away, that away, got it out to Wines. Wines is collared, and a good tackle applied out there by Jamie Lloyd. And Mickey Lowther will come in and say, give it to me, boys. He had no opportunity. I'll ball it up right in front of us here this afternoon in front of the commentary box. So it's going to be Callett. Again, this time up against Heusler. Up they go. Heusler got the tap down, and it came back to Callett. A little handball. It only went as far as McHenry. McHenry got it to Hoy. Hoy couldn't kick it, but it's come back to him again. Another little attempt at a kick comes to McHenry. McHenry got it out to Finn. That's Finn O'Sullivan. Kicks down the line, getting back as he normally does. And a good contested mark taken by Bailey Jenkinson for the North Warrnambool Eagles at halfback. He retreats. He goes back to Wines. This is Adam Wines. So the North Warrnambool skipper has it at half back. He kicks it back in the direction of Jenkinson and McCutcheon. Good mark again by Jenkinson. He can play on if he wants to, elects not to. Now he will. He gets it across there to Grundy. This is Jackson Grundy. Get a handball over the top to Matty Wines. Customary left foot goes long. Marking contest. Who we got? Up they go, Muggerman. Good sport from behind was McPherson. Over the line, out of bounds, forward pocket for the North Warrnambool Eagles. About 35 metres around from their goal. 4:8:32. On the Shojan Concrete scoreboard, Alan Blackburn leading the North Warrnambool Eagles 1-1-7. Any significance, Senate accountant stats early stages?
Not really, but they seem to be moving the ball a bit better, North Warrnambool. Hopefully they can have a few repeat entries, Trenty.
Absolutely. Pulling, kicked it out, but a nice mark there by Adam Wines. A good one-on-one. It's always a good battle between Adam Wines and Dobson. He'll go inside, forward 50. Muggerman's the target. Doesn't mark, gathered, read nicely by Johnston with a goal. There's an absolute snack of the day contender. Bread and butter for Dion Johnston. He read the ball off the pack nicely. Left foot, right foot snap, 40 metres out, and a much needed goal for the North Warrnambool Eagles. And it reduces the margin to 19 points. 2-1-13 North Warrnambool, 4:8:32 Koroit. 4.5 minutes gone on the battery wheel time clock. Alan Blackburn. That's something that might be just a bit of a morale booster for the North Warrnambool Eagles.
Beautiful. Quick entry into the forward line. Good contest by Benny Muggerman, and then front and square. That's where you got to be, and a good snap.
Absolutely. So it brings the point margin back to 19 points. Wines nearly got the exit from the contest. O'Sullivan, that's Finn, he's been terrific. Well read by McCutcheon. Dances around and goes on his right foot to centre half forward. Over the head of Jenkinson. Wines out in front. On his tail there is Sam Dobson. They're trying to rob him there of the ball, the O'Sullivan boys. And we'll have a stoppage right on the edge of the centre square. A true centre half forward for the Koroit Saints. 19 points the margin, 5 minutes gone.
Yeah, ball up centre half forward for the Saints. Up they go. Big tap by Heusler. Got it down to Neve, but his kick went straight up in the air. There'll be no mark paid. It come out the back there towards Lloyd. He kicks down the line, looking out there for Couch. Couch gets a little tap across, looking out there for Benny Dobson. He couldn't get it. Comes to Pulling. Now here's Jumpy Pulling. Has a snap from 45 metres, top of the goal square. It's all Koroit, but I think there might be a free kick to North Warrnambool. There will be. Yeah. So interference there against Adam Wines, and Adam Wines will take the result free kick. Last line of defence for the North Warrnambool Eagles. So grand defender, great player, skipper, goes short, and it's taken out there by Callum Grundy, so tightly in the back pocket. No easy exit, so the Koroit Saints are getting numbers back. So he'll have to kick to a marking contest down the line. He'll be looking out there for Green. Oh, good mark over the top by young Finn O'Sullivan. And, gee, this boy is a good player, isn't he? So Finney O'Sullivan goes short. Good kick to pulling. So he started this Harvey Norman's computer second quarter pretty well, has Alex Pulling. Having a great season, goes short again, looking for Couch. Too much carry. Came out to Neve, caught one too high, and he'll get a free kick. And this is where he's good. This is where he's good, little gyre and Neve. And, well, a couple of boys not happy with the attention, but they best know it's not Neve. It's actually number 63. It's Connor Byrne. So, again, that little crumbing player.
They look alike,
just that they should just walk away, the Koroit Saints here, because it's a 50-metre penalty. And this is a certain goal now to Connor Byrne. So, look, the North Warrnambool Eagles, and we've said it in the first quarter, Alan Blackburn, for rent for keeps, that the discipline is just not there at the moment.
Well, what was that for?
Dobson limping off, and I'd be very, very surprised if he takes much further part in this game, because he certainly doesn't look fit. Pulling coming off as well. So, goal on the Shojin Concrete scoreboard, Alan, and that moves them to 4-8, or is it 5-8? 5-8-38, leading the North Warrnambool Eagles 2-1-13, and, well, you can't get a goal.
Well, I don't know, the 50 must have been for excessive yap, I'd say, but I've never seen an umpire change his mind.
No.
But I've noticed North Warrnambool is second in a lot. They're letting their men, giant knees going to the ball, and his opponent's following him in. Same thing happened just before with young Felix Jones. So they've got to be first in, take that initiative.
I'll tell you what, they're causing opposition defences headaches. The small fleet of the Koroit Saints, Byrne, O'Donnell, Neve, that is for sure. So free kicks going to go to the North Warrnambool Eagles.
For a fend-off.
For a fend-off to Tate Porter, the youngster, crossing from Merivale in the off-season. His first year at the Eagles. Goes long to centre half forward, a one-on-one. Johnson, O'Sullivan. Johnson couldn't quite mark it. There's the 100-gamer. Gets it to Paddy O'Sullivan. Fraser Robb tackled by Birmingham with a bit of force. And we'll have a stoppage on the corner.
Corona's coming off with a shoulder, boys.
Holding a shoulder pretty badly down there for Arts and K on Blackburn. So we've got a possible injury to Coro, and also Nathan Vardy will have to keep an eye on that. And Benny Dobson not fit either, so they're going down, the Soldiers.
They are. Neve gets out of the contest, kicks it laterally to the wing and finds Horsler. So some of the big names with both sides. The ball can't come quick enough. Horsler goes down the line. Wines, good defensive fist. Beautiful. Gathered there by Jackson Grundy to Luke Wines. To his brother Adam. He'll go longer down the line. Parrish has to take on O'Sullivan. A nice mark by Dylan Parrish. 55 from home. So probably maybe beyond the distance for Dylan Parrish. Just marginally. 45-degree angle. He's going back. He's got his set shot routine. And he's going to line up for his first of the afternoon. It's going to take an almighty kick from Dylan Parrish. Goes short. Birmingham lurking by himself, and a nice spot-up kick. And he gains about 25 metres for Jet Birmingham. So, important kick, Blackie.
First mark inside 50 for the North Warrnambool Eagles for the game.
It's amazing, isn't it?
So, Birmingham, it's going to be a tight angle. It's on the preferred side for a left footer, so he's going to have to aim it, you would think, for that left-hand side goalpost and work it through with that breeze. For his first goal of the afternoon, the reigning Maskell medal winner comes in. Birmingham, good connection. Right kick, Jet Birmingham. Lucas Brothers, snag of the day contender. He's an A-grade player, the youngster, and he gets an important goal for the Eagles. 3-1-19. They trail the Koroit Saints 5-8-38. Almost 10 minutes gone in this second term. Brought to you by Harvey Norman Warrnambool Computers. And Blackie, that was a great bit of execution there from the youngster.
Yeah, they just, took their time, waited for that ball to be kicked in, and good. That's, as I said, first mark inside 50, and a great finish by Birmingham.
Well, we're going to be busy for Arts and K this afternoon, Blackie, because we're not sure on Coro with the shoulder. Dobson Ben appears to have a pretty severe corky, and we haven't seen Nathan Vardy this quarter, so we'll have to find out what's going on at half-time. Centre bounce, up they go. Callett, Heusler got the tap down, came to us, Pate Porter. Kick off the ground by McHenry was good. Nudged out was Dobson by Wines, but he gets back on it, Dobson, but it comes back to Lukey Wines. His kick down the ground favours Birmingham. Nice pick up, got it across to Green. Green will go over the top to Billy Smets. Been good this afternoon. His kick's not great. It's all the Saints down there, but that handball wasn't great out there that time from number 6 out there was Finney O'Sullivan, I think. So, no, it was actually Whitehead. So there'll be a ball up centre half forward for the North Warrnambool Eagles. So Callett and Heusler will contest this ball up. Heusler's been good in the ruck today. Wins this another tap, goes to McCutcheon. McCutcheon left foot comes out wide looking for pulling, and he'll take a chest mark right on centre wing in front of us here this afternoon at Victoria Park. Koroit 5'8", the Saints 3-1-19 is the North Warrnambool Eagles. A good mark too, under a lot of pressure there, was taken by Sammy Dobson. He goes laterally looking for it, finding McCutcheon.
These conditions suit McCutcheon, don't they?
Oh, yeah. Pretty good, yeah. He's done a lot of grunt work. Yeah, so McCutcheon looking for his options. The North Warrnambool Eagles getting numbers back, so McCutcheon's got no choice but to go long. Lever marking contest. Big fly for behind. Surely interfered with, had to have. The mark was taken anyway, and it was by Bailey Jenkinson, and he's having a fantastic afternoon across half-back Trent Hill.
He is. Let's go around the grounds, all thanks to the McLaren Hunt Financial Group at Koroit Street in Warrnambool. JC Canady looking after Port Fairy and Terang Mortlake. Jace, what's the latest?
Yeah, half-time, Port Fairy 3-9-27, Terang Mortlake 7-2-44.
Beautiful work. So a good competitive game over at the Gardens Oval. Let's go to Ash Calston at the Lura Oval. Camperdown taking on the Roosters. Ash, what's the latest?
24-minute mark of second quarter. South Warrnambool 9-5-59. Camperdown 3-4-22.
And lastly, let's go to the Reed Oval. Warrnambool taking on the Hamilton Kangaroos, and Andrew Brown's our man. Brownie, what's the latest?
24 minutes gone here, Hilly, in the second quarter, and it's Warrnambool 5 goals 4-34, leading Hamilton 1 goal 7-13.
So a good lead there to the Warrnambool Blues. Back here, it's a 19-point lead to North Warrnambool. Callett just dancing around the stars. And he gets it to Green. He'll go inside the corridor. Good kick, and Sinclair takes a nice mark. It was an interesting kick. He'll go further along the ground, and Chopper Lewis lurking at the back. Takes a mark 40 metres out, directly in front, and that quick slingshot play. Some good vision there, and I guess a nice mark taken there by Sinclair. Enabled that forward thrust.
Felix Jones.
Felix Jones, is it?
Yeah.
So a nice bit of work there. So it's going to be Lewis. So a big kick here. If he can kick this one, it's back down to a 13-point margin. He's a notable goal kicker, the Chopper. Jared Chopper Lewis. And let's see what he can do here at Koroit. So they've just probably had a bit of control the last sort of couple of minutes here, the Eagles, with ball play. Lewis for his first of the afternoon to chop the margin back to 13 points. It's working around. It works around nicely. He kicks his first. That's their fourth of the day. 4-1-25. North Warrnambool 5-8-38 Port Koroit. 13 minutes gone. Second term action. A delayed start here in our game of the day, Victoria Park. And Blackie, seeing a bit more positivity in the way they're going forward, the North Warrnambool Eagles.
Yeah, good effort by Felix Jones. Got it in there quickly to one-on-one, or he's just behind his opponent. And that was a difference. Execution on kicking the ball inside 50 makes a big difference. Koroit is so good at it. So good effort by North Warrnambool.
I think the other thing too for Rentford keeps Alan Blackburn is that Callett never panicked when he was under pressure from Sullivan.
Yeah.
And that was the difference. He didn't bang the foot on his the boot on his foot. So centre bounce. It comes to Liam Hoy. He's besieged, and it'll be another ball up.
Which got the ball running for North Warrnambool, didn't it? It got the ball running.
Just had a message too from the great Jossie Brooks. Reckons that Vardy was off after the first 5 minutes in the first term, so it must have been something very early that we didn't quite capture. Captured by everything else going on. But Brooksy, thanks, mate. That's great to hear.
Find out what's wrong with him, Josh.
Yeah, let's know what's wrong with him. So the tackle's applied out there to Mortar. So Mortar's got the sleeves on, the sleeves off. He's a bit like us in the commentary box here, Alan Blackburn. He's not quite sure what the sun's going to do.
We're all here in short sleeves.
Up it goes. So Muggavan's been good in the ruck today. Comes out to Smets, couldn't control it. Either could Hoy, but he barges his way through it. Only came far as Lukey Wine. So he goes down to a one-on-one contest looking for Jackie Burke. Getting back was McPherson, the 100-gamer. Got a handball over the top. Only went as far as Felix Jones, and
Good
Jake
pressure.
Whitehead will see it over the line out of bounds. Half-forward flank for the North Warrnambool Eagles this afternoon. They're getting back into this game. 4:125 shows in concrete scoreboard. 5:8:38 of the Koroit Saints. 15 minutes. Battery World time clock. Second quarter action. Harvey Norman computers. Up they go. Comes out towards Smetsy. Couldn't control it. Ball's at ground level. I think the umpire will come in and say, I'll bounce it. Nicky Lowther does. And he'll put it to ground about half-forward flank. Alan Blackburn.
So, although the scoreboard says 13 points, that's 2 goals that they've given away from undisciplined acts. So, makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Could bite him on the bum at the end of the day. You just never know. Good jump there by Horsler, looking to tap down and find O'Sullivan. Geez, I've been impressed by Finn O'Sullivan. Classy user and not afraid to go in and get the hard ball as well. And a free kick. It's going to go North Warrnambool's way.
I think it's going the other way.
No, it's going to go back to North Warrnambool. It's going to go to Green. So Green's 50 from home. Lurking there is Sinclair. He's a driver of the football, Sinclair, and he's just sneaking forward.
The numbers
Green.
Got no big blokes in the square, have they?
So Green's going to go into the middle. Big fly here from Parrish. Big tap down. Nice. Nicely worked there. Roving work. There's players aplenty around the contest, and we're going to have a throw up 25 metres out from the North Warrnambool goal. Inside forward 50s, Blakey's for Synod account stats.
Yeah, 6 for this quarter for North Warrnambool and 4 for Koroit. 2 marks inside 50.
Muggerman tap down. Trying to read it best there was Wines. Gathered, slung, and tackled nicely there by Liam Hoy. And another good contest here in this Victoria Park game of the day. Koroit taking on the North Warrnambool Eagles. 13 points to the margin, 16 and a half minutes gone in the second term. No one flew for the ruck contest. Muggerman trying to barge through, and a boundary throw in will occur. A free kick, I think it's going to go to the North Warrnambool Eagles off the foot of the Saints. And I'll tell you what,
unlucky.
Scotty Mortar tied against the boundary. He is a notable goal kicker, this young fella from Geelong. And a 50 metre, so it's 1 even.
Who was that on?
I'm not sure, Blakey. I'm not sure, but I know.
Looking at Dallas Mooney.
Space, was it?
Dallas was nowhere near them.
I don't know, Blakey, but it's one they've got back, and Mortar kicks his first, and the margin's back to 7 points. 5-1-31 the Eagles, 5-8-38 the Saints, 17 minutes gone, and I'll tell you what, it's been an entertaining clash. It's been a clash of the Titans, Blakey, and Mortar gets an easy one on that occasion.
Yeah, so for the quarter, 1 goal to Koroit from 4 inside 50s and 4 goals straight to North Warrnambool from their 6 inside 50s. So the percentage is still very high with inside 50s to scores.
And for Arts and K, Blackie, I think it's fair to say that Vardy's definitely got an injury. It doesn't look like we're going to see Koroit again, and Ben Dobson is still on the bench as well. So
we missed that. Yeah, we missed that in the first quarter.
But I think he was there for the majority of the quarter. I don't think he came out after quarter time. But here's an opportunity going forward for Koroit. But no, not before Birmingham got it. Got it over the top to Sinclair. He's going to run onto it. Started the game in the long sleeves. Now got the sleeveless on. Come to Jack Burke. Couldn't get it. Here's Mortimer. If he runs onto it, Mortimer, he's going to have another snap for goal. Tried to get to Lewis and holding the ball, said the umpire. So the free kick will go to the Koroit Saints back there. And it is Lloyd. So Jamie Lloyd. He's going to have to kick to a contest because all avenues have been shut down. So looking for Heusler. It wasn't a great kick, and it's gone over the line out of bounds right in front of the North Warrnambool coaches box here at Koroit this afternoon.
Cora looks like he's been strapped up, boys, and he might be able to come back on the ground, I'd say.
He has a McHenry also on the bench. So boundary throw in Heusler and Muggerman. Great battle all day. Muggerman got the tap down and went towards Smets. He couldn't control it, but he goes in and has another go. Jumping on top of it there might have been Liam Hoy. Is he going to play holding the ball? No.
He's been good, Smets, I reckon.
He has been good, Smets, today. Yeah, playing predominantly on the ball too, I think, today, Blackie, rather than that customary roll across half-back, which I think is a good move because good ball user, and they need him here this afternoon against a good team. So up they go. It's going to be Whitehead contesting the ruck this time with Muggerman. Up they go. Came down to Dion Johnson. He can't get free, but he did in the end. But gee, just got it out. He just got it out to Wines.
Who's just having a go?
He wasn't very happy, Whitehead, but it's going to be another ball up. So this time it's going to be Koroit back out there. Shoulder strapped. He's soldiering on. Muggerman, up they go. Koroit interfered with Muggerman, surely. No, said the umpire. Pulling a little right footer. Goes up and under, getting back, taking a good courageous mark. No, said the umpire. That was Sinclair. Felix Jones got it over the top to Matty Wines, and he'll take the ball over the line in front of Liam Hoy for another boundary throw in right in front of the coaches' box at North Warrnambool. Here the North Warrnambool coaches' box. They just trail by 7 points, the Eagles, so they got themselves well and truly back in this contest. So boundary throw in, it's going to be Koroit again against Muggerman. Muggerman gets front position. Oh, he gets a little kick out of fresh air there. Came out towards Wines, grabbed by Judah Green, got it out the front there to Birmingham's had a good quarter. Up and under. Here's a chance for Jackie Burke. He's been lively down the forward line. Pushing the back. No, Mark Payne out there to Mac Peterson. So he's going to go short and he'll find Finn O'Sullivan who'll relieve off half-back for the Koroit Saints.
Yeah, O'Sullivan, he's good in his first game, his debut game. The name's synonymous with the Hampden Football Netball League. Mum and Dad both Hampden League Life members, Stacey O'Sullivan and Nick O'Sullivan. Coming back.
Right, Mark.
Birmingham, he's courageous as well.
Put that down.
So Birmingham, a true centre wing, he's really lifted in that midfield rotation as well. He looks to dance around. He'll go to the handball to Wines on his tail quickly and he puts the barrel inside forward 50 numbers back. Mac Peterson almost took the mark. O'Sullivan was in there. Peterson under pressure. Judah Green trying to work it hard for the Eagles. And they've got numbers back here through Birmingham. 50 metres out to a running Adam Wines, to Luke Wines. On the run to maybe a 1-point margin. It's a goal! It's a goal to Luke Wines. And it's a 1-point ball game. They've kicked 5 goals in this second term, the Eagles. And they go to 6-1-37. Trailing Koroit 5-8-38. 21 minutes gone in this second term, brought to you by Harvey Norman Computers. And Blackie, I thought that the Saints were probably favoured there with the amount of numbers they had. They quick kick out, went back to that brick wall of the Eagles.
Run from behind.
And
that's what it was. Created run from behind. Lukey Wines left his man, took a bit of a chance, kicked it from 45 metres out straight through the middle. Beautiful goal. Possum Kelly.
Yeah, Blake, I'll go back to that play before that where Jet Birmingham got it, feigned the handball. Even though it didn't completely come off, but he attempted to keep the ball moving, and I think that's important. They didn't just kick to a contest. So the free kick's been paid to Billy Smets, been terrific for the North Warrnambool Eagles today. Got it back in the game for sure. Goes out wide to Kellett. So Kellett's marked it on centre wing. So contested that ruck duel and got out wide. That was good play. So here's a chance. It comes in. Johnson couldn't take the mark either. Can Parrish. It comes over the back there towards Lloyd. He's tackled. Picked up there by Judah Green. Now here's a chance for Sinclair. Gets a little handball out the back to Mortar. He goes to the top of the goal square. It's all about the bounce, but it bounces right and goes through for one behind. So the Trojan Concrete scoreboard 6-2. That's 38. The North Warrnambool Eagles, and they are now level with the Koroit Saints, have kicked 5-8-38. And what's happening here? There's a bit...
Someone's yelling there. What's going on?
But, well, they've drawn level and actually kicked more goals than Koroit now, Blackie. So that's significant. So Dallas Mooney's got it at half-back. They've definitely slowed the Saints. They've definitely slowed their run off half-back, which I think's been pivotal in their comeback in this game. So Mooney is forced to go wide. And I think it's marked out there by McPherson when they untangle themselves.
I just think that North have started a bit of run from behind, won a few contested ball, getting that game going and using the ball a bit better. That's what it is.
And moving it quicker too, Blackie. They're going to be stagnant early. So McCutcheon's got it on half-back for Koroit. And this is a good example of it because they haven't allowed Koroit that easy exit out of that half-back line, which they're so good at. So he's forced to go short. It's going to be okay because the mark's taken out there by Whitehead, I think it is.
Paddy O'Sullivan.
Paddy O'Sullivan. So he's going to be forced to come across the ground. So this is good. It's good. Well done there by Parrish. Now here's a chance. Muggovan over the top. May have had a shot. Keep your eye on Parrish. He's injured there, Blackie. But here's a chance now for Lewis at ground level. It's taken by Koroit. It's got out there towards Lloyd. He goes backwards to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan back towards Peterson. Snapped by... that was Felix Jones who got it. It's gone through for 1 point. So Artson K, heavy contest after a good marking duel out there is Parrish.
As long as he's only winded, not his heavy.
I think he's okay. But caused that contest. And as you said, Blackie, shutting the Koroit Saints down further up the ground.
Yeah, making them
to kick
come
wide.
across, yep.
So they're getting well and truly back in the game tactically, the Eagles. And they've got another opportunity now here because they now lead by a point. They're 6-3-39, the Trojan Concrete scoreboard. 24 minutes. Harvey Norman, second quarter. That's the battery wheel time clock. Trent Hill.
Kellett, fantastic with a punch away. He's Koroit, good to see him back on the ground. The big Texan, he's tackled by 3. He's not going anywhere. Just that little niggle, Blackie, still lurking around each contest.
Yeah.
And it's good to see some good hard footy being played. 55 from the Eagles home. Kellett pushes off. Didn't get the football. Trying to trap it there was Whitehead. He did. He got it away Sullivan. And a nice mark taken there by Jackson Grundy. So they can reset here, the Eagles. He'll go inside, forward 50. Muggerman against McPherson. Might have been a push out, McPherson. It's Muggerman over the top to Lewis. He's already kicked one in this second term. Coming through is Parrish. Plenty of players around the contest, and they're diving on it. And no one getting that one out, and we'll have a stoppage 25 metres out from goal. Inside forward 50s for the Eagles this quarter, Blackie.
Yeah, they've kicked, they've had 12 inside 50s to 4, so...
They've done well.
Very
It is
good.
the scoring end of the ground, that is for sure. No one had decisive tap down out of the pack. Smothered kick from Muggerman. Here's Jack O'Sullivan, and a nice, good, long, old-fashioned handball. He's looking for his brother, Paddy. Can it bounce? He picks it up nicely, keeps it in. Umpire says no, he went over with it. And to the crowd's disapproval, it'll be a boundary throw-in. So 25 and a half minutes gone. It's been a 5-goal term for the North Warrnambool Eagles to get themselves back up by a point after trailing at quarter time. Callett, smart handball, Smets, almost dispossessed, got it back again, tackled by Sullivan. They're asking the question, it's a throw, and the Saints through Paddy O'Sullivan will get the resultant free kick.
Good tackle, pinned the arm, and didn't allow him to get rid of the footy. So the ball's come back out here now to, I think this is Finney O'Sullivan. So he's going to go short now to Hoy. So being patient this time, the Saints. So Hoy just on the attacking side of halfback for the Saints on the broadcast side of the ground. Again, a little bit indecisive. This is good by the Eagles. Good forward defence. He's forced to go wide across the ground. And it's taken out there on that far outer side. Now it comes back again to O'Sullivan. So O'Sullivan, he goes wide to his brother Paddy. Not a good kick. And Callett chips in. And,
he's been good this quarter, Callett.
It's been important.
He's going to go short again. It's going to come to Smets. So you talk Matthews Petroleum. He's a candidate for sure. Billy Smets, probably his best game I've seen him play for the Eagles. And he's in the midfield, probably where he belongs. Good ball user, good ball getter. Good. Goes down. Looking for Green, pushing it back, notice that the umpire, the mark's actually taken behind there by Sullivan. That was Jack O'Sullivan. If he didn't push him in the back, I thought he marked it.
No, I think the one in front got his hands on it.
Just a little finger, was it? We go to the arc.
We'll have a look at Fitzy's monitor here. Yes, definitely got a hand to it.
Beautifully done. So ball up. We'll go around the grounds after this play. Up they go. So Muggerman contests the ruck work out there this time with Paddy O'Sullivan. And there'll be another ball up. And Trent, we might go around the ground.
Absolutely. For McLaren Hunt Financial Group, Terang Mortlake taking on Port Fairy at the Gardens Oval. Jace Kennedy. Jace, what's the latest?
Yeah, we're 6 minutes into the third quarter. Scores haven't changed. Port Fairy 3-9-27. Terang Mortlake 7-2-44 at the moment.
Beautiful work. Thanks, mate. South Warrnambool up at the Lura Oval against Camperdown. Ash Calson's our man up at the Lura. What's happening there, Ash?
Yeah, half-time, mate. South Warrnambool 10-5-65. Camperdown 3-5-23.
Beautiful work, and no Andrew Brown. We'll get a score from Hamilton very soon. Back here, Porter on the last line. Happy to concede. No, he'll go out. Good kick. Finds Sinclair further down the ground.
Free kick down the ground too, boys.
And Wines will take it a true centre half back. He'll look to go inboard short. Does. Finds Smets. He's been an accumulator this afternoon, Billy Smets. He'll go further out on the outer side. Good spot up kick and finds Jenkinson. 28 minutes gone. The Eagles lead by 1. He'll go to centre half forward. Mortar waiting there is Lloyd. Nice bit of work there by Parrish. Muggerman, handballs, Mortar, over the top, around the corner. What will he do? He's going to go inboard. No, don't stop it up. Jack Burke goal. Jack Burke goal. It's a 6-goal second term. They nearly muddled that one up, the North Warrnambool Eagles.
Who kicked it?
Jack Burke, he's second of the day. And Mortar, he's a goal kicker. He wanted to kick it. He wanted to handball it. Was I doing the team thing? Was I doing it myself? And it worked out for the North Warrnambool Eagles. Set up by a beautiful kick there by Billy Smets over to Bailey Jenkinson on that outer side wing. So 28 minutes gone. 7 points the margin at 7-3-45 North Warrnambool Koroit, 5-8-38. And Blackie, it's been a real
great
form
response.
Reversal from the North Warrnambool Eagles.
Especially without Vardy on the ground, it's been probably, with the conditions and the way the ball is, probably they've created more ground ball, haven't they, without Vardy on the ground?
Terrific effort, 7-point lead. Harvey Norman Computer's second quarter almost done here at Koroit this afternoon. 29 minutes on the battery wheel time clock. There'll be another ball up in the centre of the ground. It's going to be Callett. This time up against Heusler. Heusler got the tap. It came to Liam Hoy, but he's besieged by opponents. There'll be another ball up right in the centre of the ground. So, it's been a very, very good second quarter effort here, I should say, by the North Warrnambool Eagles to get themselves right back into the game. Not only that, but they lead by 7 points and should go in at half-time with that lead or better. So up they go. Heusler got the tap out. It came to Sinclair's been good too this quarter for the Eagles. His handball over the top wasn't great. It came out to Grundy. That was Callum Grundy. He gets it across nicely though to that was little Felix Jones, but chopping it off for Koroit over there was Fraser Robb, he gets a handball into the centre towards Heusler. Heusler, a little kick wasn't great, but it's going to favour Neve. Now there's a foot race. Neve in front. He's being pursued out there by Sinclair. Corralled him nicely, but he's good enough to get onto the left foot out towards Couch at a good contested mark. Taken by Will Couch, and he threw a foot out. This could be interesting. I'm not sure whether he might reverse this. I think he's going to. No, he's not. He's putting on his mark. He just threw the foot out.
Told him he was a naughty boy.
He did. He said, you naughty, naughty boy. So here's a chance for Will Couch. He's probably too far out to score, but he'll be looking to set it up. Offer the lead, but Soren's gone. To end the second quarter in a very, very entertaining contest here at Victoria Park, Koroit today. The Shojin Concrete scoreboard sees North Warrnambool 7-3-45. A 6-goal second quarter by the Eagles. They lead the Koroit Saints, who were only able to add 1 goal, I think, that quarter. Blackie, 5-8-38. Yep. And the Battery World time clock, we went almost 31 minutes in that second quarter, which was brought to us by Harvey Norman Computers, the best computers you could possibly find in Warrnambool. And, boys, we're in for a very, very interesting and entertaining second half.
Absolutely. Hey, Blackie, before we go to the break, and we're going to have a rehash of our Kerman's Hamburgers, Blackers Bake at the break with Lee McCluskey, some major stat winners, and also too just our goal kickers.
Righto, mate. North kicked 6 goals, 2 to Koroit's 1 goal for the quarter. Centre clearances for that quarter, 3 to Koroit and 5 to North Warrnambool. Inside 50s, only 5 for Koroit for that quarter and 14 to North Warrnambool. 2 marks inside 50 to North Warrnambool. Major goal kickers, Connor Boynes kicked 2 for Koroit and multiple goal kicks for North Warrnambool. Jack Burt kicked 2 and the rest are all singles. So 6 goals, 2 to 1 goal for the quarter to bring them in to a 8-point lead. Great game of footy.
Absolutely. So it's been a interesting first half here at Victoria Park. The Eagles lead by 7 into the halftime break. We're going to take a break ourselves. We're going to reset and get ready for a big second half coming up. And our Blackers Bake at the break, all thanks to Kerman's Hamburgers, will be Lee McCluskey on the other side of this.
Hampden League Live for Clinton Bolsh Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, Harvey Norman Computers, Sungold Milk and McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central, 3YB FM.
Did you know that Badeness Rural have 3 agronomists and an experienced in-store team to help service the needs of their clients? With the right advice and the latest in agriculture technology, they provide a tailored service specific to your farm needs. Helping you boost production and keeping costs in check is what they do best. To decades of expertise in store to help you get the best results. Call in and see them today. Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Karamat Road, Warrnambool.
Southwest Local News is fast becoming known for its free, trusted, reliable and compassionate local news service. Southwest Local News. Local, free, always will be. 3 nights a week on Fitz Media's Facebook page.
Need insurance? See MGA Insurance Group. Great service, expert advice and competitive premiums for farmers, business owners and transport operators. Call Dennis and Gareth Morgan and Glenn Skilbeck, 55596 200.
Harvey Norman, your premium Optus dealer. Receive a $400 Harvey Norman gift card when you connect to a new $69 a month, 24-month SIM-only plan with 80 gigabytes of data for use in Oz. Available now at Harvey Norman. Offer available until withdrawn. Not available with any other offers. Minimum plan cost $1,656 over 24 months. Visit hn.com.au/Optus-BYO for terms and conditions.
Go! Have you been injured at work, in a public place, from medical negligence, in a motor vehicle accident, from exposure to asbestos? Madden's Lawyers, the region's most experienced injury compensation firm. You deserve the best.
Right, thanks, ladies and gentlemen. Got some lovely Angus bullocks here. Right, I've bid 390. 80 got, thank you. 2, 4, 6, 386, 8, 90, 392, 392. Jack Kelly here from J&J Kelly Stock Agency. We've been in business 30 years this year. We've got a great selling team to help market your livestock. We sell every Wednesday and the last Friday of each month at the Warrnambool Livestock Centre. Contact J&J Kelly Stock Agency and staff for all your livestock needs.
Stay warm in one of Narrawong Island Holiday Park's fully self-contained cabins where you can enjoy the sound and serenity of the ocean. Narrawong Island Holiday Park, your water escape on the mainland.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop, time for you, time for me, loving everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. Sun gold.
From trees to traffic, Carter Group is the home of fully trained arborists, offering tree removal, trimming and lopping of trees, along with on-site traffic management planners and high-quality traffic management. Visit cartergroup.com.au.
Fitz Media Productions is your online broadcast specialist. From meetings and special events to weddings, funerals and sport, Fitz Media's fully equipped mobile broadcast unit provides a professional, reliable live stream anywhere. Contact us today.
If there's one thing us Aussies know, it's great coffee. Like the best ever McCafe blend. Expertly made by baristas for a smooth, rich taste that hits the spot every time. Now that's coffee fit for an Aussie.
On 3YBFM, this is Hampden League Live for Sungold Milk, J&J Kelly Stock Agency and Rafferty's Tavern.
Welcome to Blackie's halftime break at the break. Thanks to Kerman's Hamburgers, 71 years strong, Lava Street in Warrnambool and Ryrie Street in Terang. Special guest this week is a good friend of mine and done a lot for the Hampden League, been around for a long time, Lee McCluskey. Welcome, Lee.
G'day, Blackie. Yeah, thanks for having me.
No worries, mate. You've been on once before, but we're going to touch on a few different things, your time at the Falcons and your coaching career, mate, and your playing career also, mate. Just where did it all start? You started coaching South Under-18s, you were telling me?
Yeah, I was playing at South at the time, and we just had actually a New Year's Eve party at Noel Finn's, I think, and Shane Manley, the soon-to-be president, was there, and they didn't have an under-18 coach at the time, and they sort of approached me. Being a school teacher, probably in their mind might have had the right time in terms of afternoons. So I ended up taking that on. That was in 1984. Coached there for 1984, 85, 86. Then had a break for a few years and then went back in 89.
And, mate, so tell us about you were telling us off air, mate, that didn't lose many games but probably lost a few important ones.
84, we lost 2 games during the year and we played pretty well, won the grand final. We had some super players, Stephen Anderson, Richie Umbers, Chris Holmes, who all went off, and Wayne Schwass. The first 3 all went off and played a game at Fitzroy Under-19s, which is unprecedented for a country club to have 3 players go in. And there was no room for Wayne Schwass. So that's one of the reasons he went to North Melbourne, that John Burns was involved at South and thought, well, he might potentially be the best out of all the 4. Yeah. And so when Fitzroy made approaches to him later, I think he'd was of the mind, well, you didn't show interest at the start.
Right.
So he went off and, they had a fantastic career, of course. 1985, we were unbeaten until the grand final. And got beaten. Pat Mead coached Camperdown. Paul Broderick played as a 15-year-old, kicked 4. Then 1986, I think we lost 2 games for the year, and then we got beat in the grand final. So there was a total of about 6 games, and 2 of those were grand finals. So I thought, well, this is not for me. So I had a spell till 1989, and I think we lost 2 games for the year, and your team beat us in the grand final.
Yeah. So being the coach of young kids, was that hard for the kids to take, after the game, or were they pretty good about it? Or?
No, everyone was pretty heartbroken. But when you look at it now, it's something that's junior footy, but we did measure ourselves by how many players played senior footy, and we're very lucky that we had a lot of kids. The 1985 grand final, I think there were 6 or 7 under-18 kids playing. So you want to win once you make the finals, but more importantly, there was a hell of a lot of players who developed from the under-18s and became very good senior players.
And that's what you want, mate. If you coach the under-18s, you want the kids to go on to better careers, and if you win one along the way, it's just a bit of luck.
It's great. It's great for the kids, but you want them involved in footy. And if you look at some of the players that played through there, Stephen Anderson and Don Quinlan and Lee Maris and those guys, they played 300 games, so backbone of the club.
Fantastic, mate. And then on to Old Collegians as a playing coach. Tell us about that.
I played at Collegians before I went to South.
Right.
And then I was leaving, probably time was up at South, and Jock O'Connor was leaving at the same time. Now, Jock was a fantastic player, so all these clubs started ringing me up because Jock said he'll go where I go. And I nearly went to the Sharks because a heap of guys were going to go to the Sharks. And I rang an old mate of mine, Andrew Watts, who I played with at Collegians, and asked him about the clubs. And whether subconsciously I was hoping that Collegians would make an approach. And Dennis Finn was coach, and they approached me to be assistant coach under Dennis, which I did, and then took over from him in 1991.
91. And then in 92, mate?
92... we played pretty well all year, and we played Northern Districts in the mud at the friendlies, I think, second semi. We finished on top, so they had to win to play us. The other days where the Saturday, Sunday games were all at the friendlies, the District League, and it poured rain Saturday, so by the time we played on Sunday, we were the 6th game. And
so you were playing a second semi and you had to play it on the Sunday?
Yeah, yep. And it was in mud, and they gave us a real touch-up, Northern Districts, and we got beat by about 8 or 10 goals, I think, or possibly more. Then the next week we played West End Ellinsford at the Reed in the Bone Dry, and we ran all over them. And then it was one of two things. If it was dry, we'd possibly beat Northern Districts. If it was wet, they'd flog us. And then during the reserves, there was a massive
downfall.
Storm. And our boys just they didn't care. They said, well, the more it rains, the better we'll go. And we just had a really good mindset. And it went out. We kicked with the wind. I think we were 4-4 to no score at quarter time.
Right.
And pretty much, it was pretty hard to pick us back from there. And we come away and had a good win. But that was one against the odds. But,
was that Howard Sharp? Was he coaching?
Yeah, Howard Sharp.
Coaching Northern Districts,
Yeah, and he was a great fella, Sharpie. The other days you used to have to do a photo shoot at pit stop.
Yeah.
And they'd have a picture of, they had the Premiership Cup there, and we being our jumpers, and they said, we want you to put one hand on the jumper and one hand grabbing each other by the jumper. Howard Sharp, he's as tough as 10 men and not very tough at all, and so it was a bit of a stupid photo, but anyway, made the paper.
Oh, Sharpie. And then how long did you stay on there, mate?
I coached there for 3 years.
Yep.
We were... So we're runners-up, then we won, then we came third to South Rovers. Roy Sutherland coached South Rovers. We had a great time at Collegians, and I was a year assistant coach, but they were just an enormous bunch of fellas. They were
well run,
hard doers. They were mad as snakes off the field, but they were really terrific fellas. I was a school teacher at Emmanuel. A lot of them were from school, and I don't know, we sort of got on pretty well with they. Stevie Maris played, Peter McDonald, who went on and played 200-odd games at Koroit. Dave Hughes, a famous Dave Hughes, played. He was a very good player. Peter Webster, Gerard Mealis, Mick Gray, Rodney Ryan, Gary McLean. They were just really... And I remember I got permission off South to train at the friendlies before a final. This is the first year I coached, and I thought, I hope they all present themselves pretty well, because I know all the South boys were up in the social club looking at us. So we think we had 39 at training on the Sunday morning.
Wow.
That was the sort of commitment they had, and anything you ever asked them to do, they'd do. They were awesome.
And then it never finished there, Lou. You into league after that for a little while?
Well, I coached a bit when I was at the Falcons, which was pretty hard work, but we sort of changed it up a bit. We didn't have much of a training regime. I think we trained... We played Geelong, was the first game at the Reed in 2001, I reckon, and they were red-hot favourites to win the whole thing. We trained on the 2 Sundays before the game, then the next Sunday, then the Tuesday, Thursday. So players put their hands up because they were fresh and keen. They weren't getting overrun with training, and then we touched them up by 12 goals or something. Jason Mifsud kicked 9. Brett Taylor, those Shane Garner, those great Hampden League players, Frank Matthews, Blair Robertson.
Yeah.
And then our prize winning that was to go and play the Ovens and Murray up there. It was a 9-hour bus trip. So, someone organised a bit of a punters club, and they won. I think they won race after race and won the quaddie and everything. So that was good. Yeah. That we got beat in the footy, but then the next year we ended up making the Division 1 final, and we had to play Mornington Peninsula and the P in the league, I think they were called. Now they had 3 divisions of 10 or 12 teams. We had 8 teams. And by the time that came around, I think we had 5 of our top 8 on-ballers were out injured. So but that was an awesome achievement by the league to get to that. And then years later I helped out Brownie when he was doing it. So it was just coming up back again, and the Hampden League had the model that everyone should have followed, and got a figurehead who was passionate about it. But supposedly when we beat Ballarat, the AFL Victoria canvassed a few leagues about the future of it, and they spoke to Ballarat, who got touched up, and Geelong, who just got beaten, and they said, no, we're not keen anymore. And rather than ask us, we said, well, surely a Ballarat can get an Adam Goods or someone like that from there to coach them. Geelong, Cameron Ling or someone, Brownie put so much into it.
He did.
And the league sort of was really supportive. It was just a shame that it...
I think they're still trying to work on a one-off game before a game at Geelong, and against the Geelong League would be good.
Yeah, because it's just not the same if it's not sanctioned.
It's not the same when you don't progress.
We were working to get a curtain raiser and a sanction so you could say officially say you're the best league in Victoria.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was great for the league. Brownie was really good.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
so... mate, and that's it. And where are you now in your life, mate? What are you up to now? Are you close to retirement, or what's
I've got next year off. Yep. And we've bought a caravan. We were hoping to travel overseas, but that's gone off, so buy a caravan and then just see what happens then. But still enjoying my time at Emmanuel with there's great kids there, and it's good fun. So, but I've always said I shouldn't be doing yard duty when I'm 60. So
that's been Lou McCluskey. Thanks, Lou, for your time. That's been brought to you by Kerman's Hamburgers. As we said, 71 years strong. Lava Street in Warrnambool and Ryrie Street in Geelong, and a magnificent hamburger. Thanks, Lou.
No worries. Lucky, thank you. I'll go and get a Kerman's now, actually.
Hampden League Live for Clinton Bolsh Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, Harvey Norman Computers, Sungold Milk, and McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central. 3YB FM.
If there's one thing us Aussies know, it's great coffee. Like the best ever McCafe blend. Expertly made by baristas for a smooth, rich taste that hits the spot every time. Now that's coffee fit for an Aussie.
Woohoo! The footy's back, bigger and better than ever. Just like the boys at Peterbosch Bridgestone, now offering full logbook servicing and mechanical. With tyres starting from $60 and zip pay available. Why go anywhere else? Peterbosch Bridgestone, Ferry Street.
Need something welded or fabricated? See Warrnambool Sheet Metal. Commercial kitchens, benches, exhaust and new canopy. 8 toolboxes, there's not much Warrnambool Sheet Metal can't do. Braithwaite Street.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop, time for you, time for me, loving everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. Sun gold.
From trees to traffic, Carter Group is the home of fully trained arborists, offering tree removal, trimming and lopping of trees, along with on-site traffic management planners and high-quality traffic management. Visit cartergroup.com.au.
The Country Care Dental team listen, care and explain so you know you're in good hands. From no-gap cleaning to advanced procedures, they'll look after you. Open 8 to 7 weekdays in Hamilton and Camperdown. countrycaredental.com.au.
When building a new home, the first place to go is Greens Bricks and Windows. They stock PGH Bricks trend windows and doors with double glazing to all styles. Make the right choice. See Greens Bricks and Windows, 7 Robson Street, Warrnambool. Did you know that Badeness Rural have 3 agronomists and an experienced in-store team to help service the needs of their clients? With the right advice and the latest in agriculture technology, they provide a tailored service specific to your farm needs. Helping you boost production and keeping costs in check is what they do best. From on-farm agronomy to decades of expertise in-store to help you get the best results. Call in and see them today. Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Caramit Road, Warrnambool.
Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater has all your fresh meats ready to go. And small goods handmade on the premises daily. Yeah! Find Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater at Lucas Brothers Butchers with easy, convenient drive-through. Corner of Banyan and Lava Streets, Warrnambool.
You gotta get down to Pontings. They're the expert crew who are always here for you. That's where the locals go and the tradies know. You gotta get down to Pontings. We've got ya.
Harvey Norman, your premium Optus dealer. Receive a $400 Harvey Norman gift card when you connect to a new $69 a month, 24-month SIM-only plan with 80 gigabytes of data for use in Oz. Available now at Harvey Norman. Offer available until withdrawn. Not available with any other offers. Minimum plan cost $1,656 over 24 months. Visit hn.com.au/Optus-BYO for terms and conditions.
Go!
Need insurance? See MGA Insurance Group. Great service, expert advice and competitive premiums for farmers, business owners and transport operators. Call Dennis and Gareth Morgan and Glenn Skilbeck, 55596 200.
On 3YB-FM, this is Hampden League Live for McDonald's, Warrnambool East and Central, MGA Insurance and Pontings Mitre 10.
Welcome back to Hampden League Live's Match of the Day. We've just commenced the third quarter action brought to you by Clinton Bolsch, Warrnambool Nissan. And I'll tell you what, an entertaining second half coming up. It's a 7-point lead to the North Warrnambool Eagles on the back of a 6-1 second quarter. Injuries are plenty. There was a bit of biff and brawling going on in the first half as well, Blackie. Plenty going on.
Yeah, there was. Unfortunately, a couple of injuries for Koroit. Jared Koroit's not back out in the ground. And also with a shoulder, and Benny Dobson with his groin. Benny Dobson with his hamstring. And for North Warrnambool, Nathan Barty has done his groin. So
yeah, so some of the big names, mate. It's going to be an interesting one. So it's going to be a bit of a war of attrition for a few. Mooney, that sun's sort of shining bright here at Victoria Park. And losing the football in the air there was Byrne. And tackling there was McCutcheon and Muggavan. He's tried hard all day, Muggavan. He's been very good. And poor old Horsler. Chezza Horsler's going to have to do shoulder most of the ruck work in this second half. Muggavan got the handball out, looking for Sinclair on the exit. Horsler got the kick out. Diving through it there was Byrne. Keeping it in was Callum Grundy.
So who's going to give him a chop out? Is it Jack O'Sullivan, Mike?
Might be Jack O'Sullivan, I'm thinking. Blackie has played a bit of pinch-hitting ruck work before as well, so yeah, it's going to be interesting sort of where they go. Even young Lloyd's got a bit of size about him too, but probably not the option. So Muggavan out of the stoppage, got the kick forward to centre half forward. Johnston on the chase, as is Burke. Got the handball out to Lewis, looking for Wines, dispossessed or taken high after he got rid of it, and he'll look to go get it moving forward. So Lewis, inside forward 50, Parrish is a target. Read off nicely, loses his footing, does well there in the youngster to try and hold it up for the Saints, and they've won that one, the Saints, because I'll tell you what, he was out and ready to go, Dylan Parrish, after that passage of play. 40 metres out. We've played 2.5 minutes in this third term, brought to you by Clinton Bolsch, Warrnambool Nissan. Possum Kelly.
Yeah, and good tight contest early. So Muggavan up against Hoisler. Comes down towards Johnson, who was thrown out by someone. Come out towards Smets. So Billy Smets gets a handball out there to... Well, gee, that was nicely done. That came across there from Felix Jones, or was Sinclair. Now there's a free kick in the centre. It's going to be paid to Koroit. And I think it's going to go to, is that little Jollar and Neve getting himself up off the ground it is. So Neve been pretty good. He was very good early. So Neve He's not quite sure of his options. Now he'll come wide, and it goes very wide. It comes out towards Mac Peterson. He's got little Felix Jones on his hammer. Goes the old 1-2 to Heusler, but it never comes off. Well done, Felix Jones. In there, scuffling hard. He'll force a stoppage. Well done. Let's put that one down. I reckon Blackie is a Matco Hire highlight of the day because he never let Koroit get the footy there. That was well done. Caused that stoppage. So up we go again. It's going to be Heusler again up against Muggerman. Muggerman got the tap down, came towards Matty Wines, but he couldn't control it in front of McCutcheon, and the ball's gone over the line out of bounds. Right in front of us here at Koroit this afternoon.
They put Jack O'Sullivan into the forward line, boys, and so he's going to be that go-to forward.
Extra forward with Koroit there, yes. So 5-8-38, the Saints trail the Eagles 7-3-45. Boundary throw-in comes out there towards Smets. Little kick went forward to Johnson, couldn't control it. Kick off the ground, well done by Fraser Robb, got one too high. And Fraser Robb will take the relieving free kick for the Koroit Saints right on the 50-metre line on his defensive half of the ground. So Robb, he's going to kick down the line to a contest. Sammy Dobson's there. Up went Heusler, couldn't take it. It came down there towards Adam Wines. He's wrapped up in a tackle by Dobson going nowhere. And umpire Mickey Lowther, one of the best in the business, will come in and throw it up almost right in front of us here at Koroit Victoria Park here this afternoon. Heusler in Muggerman. Up they go. No one really got a decisive tap. It came down there towards McHenry was one of the first on it. Diving on it there also is McCutcheon. But again, he's going nowhere. Mickey says, give it to me, boys. We'll do it all again. Almost the same spot as the previous ball up. So Muggerman and Heusler. Up they go. Muggerman got a little bit of a tap. Gee, some attention given there to little O'Sullivan. And he'll win himself a free kick. Finney O'Sullivan for a too high by Matty Wines. So O'Sullivan goes down the line. Good kick, finds his brother. And Jackie O'Sullivan now playing forward. Comes around on his right foot. Good kick, top of the square, marking contest. Up they go. Who's got the best score? Ground level over his head. That was a wide head.
I'll put that down.
He's tried to kick it over his head, and he's kicked it out of bounds under full. So the free kick tight in that back pocket. It's going to come to Lukey Wines. Now he's going to go across the ground. A little short kick to Callett. So Callett last line of defence. Can't go further to his right because Koroit have shut down those exits. So that was what the North Warrnambool were doing in that second quarter, Blackie, just shutting off those exits. He's going to have to run around now. He's in a little bit of trouble. Goes back to Lukey Wines. He's tackled by Noob. This will be holding the ball, surely. No! Gave him the benefit that it's out. Gee, they were lucky to get away with that, the North Warrnambool Eagles. It's going to be a ball up at the top of the goal square, so still not out of danger, the Eagles. So the ball up, it'll be Callett this time. Going up against O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan got it down. There's a lot of players after it. It's picked up by Couch. He couldn't control it. Goes again. He's over the footy, but he's grabbed off, taken away by Porter. Well done by Tate Porter. Little left foot kick went nowhere. Chipping in there for North Warrnambool might have been Grundy, and Stacks on the middle. Mickey Lau says, give it to me, boys. I'll throw it down about 25 metres around from the Koroit goal, Treddy Hill, and they trail the North Warrnambool Eagles by 7 points. No score added in this last quarter, brought to you by Clinton Bolshenisson.
So let's see what happens this time around. Big fly by O'Sullivan, trapped there by Johnston, given to Porter, and he gets it out only as far as Finn O'Sullivan. So what a great debut game he's had this afternoon, Finn O'Sullivan. Just sizing up where he wants to go to next. They're getting numbers behind the ball here, the North Warrnambool Eagles. He will just go long to the top of the square. Big fly. Good mark. Adam Wines. It was a Luke Wines. Both wearing the long sleevers, and that's a Matco hire.
Which one?
Highlight of the day contender from Lukey Wines. Read that beautifully off the pack, and a nice contested mark. He's a good user by foot. Finds Jack Johnston. Still in defensive 50 for the North Warrnambool Eagles. 7 points to the margin. No scoring in this third term. Swinging ball towards the wing. Oh, Parrish! Nearly got it on the third bite. Jumping on there was Jenkinson.
He's going to ping him.
No, just holding it.
He did jump on it, Blackie, didn't he?
He did jump on it.
Bit of theatrics there from umpire Jason Hughes, and that was Parrish's lead. That would have been a ripper had he taken that one. We had about 3 mark of the days a couple of weeks ago when we did the Koroit and Portland game through Toby Jennings and also Sam Dobson. Neve reads it best off the pack. He's tackled straight away. And they're even that tackling pressure.
Merivale boys there.
A couple of teammates. Yeah. Tackling pressure's been good, Blackie, from the Saints, but also the North Warrnambool Eagles. Been more controlled after quarter time. Muggerman up against Heusler. Heusler went for the secondary tap, looking for McCutcheon. Good pick up. Got a boot to it inside forward 50. Couch, tried to use a bit of muscle. Nice bit of work there by Johnston. And they're happy to see it over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. So 8 minutes gone. No changing of the score here at Victoria Park. It is still a 7-point ball game to the North Warrnambool Eagles. 8 minutes gone, third term.
Yeah, so the Koroit Saints have been predominantly in attack in this third quarter. Big fist from behind went by O'Sullivan. Getting onto it there was Paddy O'Sullivan. There's more O'Sullivans out there than you'd see in Dublin, Blackie. But it might be an injury down here, is it? No, they're just untangling themselves. No, so it's going to be a ball up. A few sore boys. They've had a real crack today, both teams. So it's going to be a ball up about 30 metres, 25 metres directly in front of the Koroit goal. So it's going to be Kellett. This time up against O'Sullivan. That is Jackie O'Sullivan. Here's a chance now at ground level for Newvered into the ground. No, said the umpire. He's played a free kick this time, though. And who's it going to go to? Koroit?
Hoy.
And they untangle themselves. Is it Liam Hoy?
Yeah, too high.
Yeah, he's at the bottom of the pack. So Liam Hoy will go back.
No one wants to pick the ball up for him.
He's going to go back, and he'll have a shot directly in front. He's only about 30 metres out. Played a terrific game this afternoon too as the Koroit skipper, and he'll look to bring the margin back to within 1 point here this afternoon. So Clinton Bolsh, Nissen, third quarter action. Koroit, Shojin Concrete scoreboard sees them trail by 7 currently. 9.5 minutes, battery wheel time clock. Liam Hoy, the skipper, directly in front, will come in. He'll kick a drop punt. The man on the mark's about 35 metres out. Hoy on the way, goes straight over the umpire's hat for a goal. So the Saints draw first blood in this third quarter here this afternoon through this captain in Liam Hoy, and they move to within 1 point of the North Warrnambool Eagles. So they go to 6-8. 44 on the Shojin Concrete scoreboard, trailing the North Warrnambool Eagles by just 1 behind. They're 7-3-45. We've played 10 minutes, battery wheel time clock. Third quarter action. Clinton Bolch Nissen here at Koroit this afternoon.
Yeah, just the way the numbers repeat inside 50s, and a free kick in a fairly big pack to Liam Hoy, who always puts his head over the ball, and very, very good leader of the club.
They had to get one eventually, didn't they?
Yeah.
All right, let's see what umpire Lowther can do on this occasion. Throws up nice and high, and Horser got a decisive tap. Paddy O'Sullivan reads it nicely, pulling. Here comes O'Donnell. Little toe poker on his left foot, coming hard with Sam Dobson. And a fend off for mine, a free kick, a little bit too high. It's going to go to Jared Lewis. And was that Whitehead? Whitehead, no, they've reversed it. So Whitehead
come on.
will get the resultant free kick, a reversal there. So Jaden Whitehead, still about 80 from home. He's a long, prodigious kick, spearing pass. Paddy O'Sullivan all by himself, and that was smart football from Jaden Whitehead. And I reckon he's matured as a footballer, Blakey, Jaden Whitehead.
Yeah, got himself pretty fit too, Hilly.
Yep, absolutely.
Looking good, gets over the ground well, and he can play a number of positions, so he's a good player. And loose checking here by North Warrnambool.
Paddy O'Sullivan to regain the lead for the Saints. Comes in for his second and gets it through just. And it's back to a full 5-point lead for the Saints. 7-8. 50 to 7-3-45. It's a 5-point margin. Paddy O'Sullivan too. And certainly we'll come in that conversation about Matthews Petroleum Player of the Day. Let's go around the grounds, all thanks to the McLaren Hunt Financial Group. JC Kennedy looking after Port Fairy and Terang Mortlake. And Jace, what's the latest?
Yeah, how are you boys? Yeah, we're in the fourth quarter, 10 minutes in. Port Fairy 4-12-36 to Terang Mortlake 11-5-71. Bull Matty Baxter's kicked 4 at this stage, and Miss Warren Dew's son Harvey Roberts is kicked 3. Terang Mortlake.
Very good. Love it, Jays. Let's go to Ash Carlson up at the Lura Oval. South taking on Camperdown. What's the latest, Ash?
Yeah, just three-quarter time as you switch over. South Warrnambool 13-7-85. Camperdown 4-6-30.
Beautiful work. And let's go to Andrew Brown up at the Reed Oval. Hamilton taking on the Warrnambool Blues. And Brownie, what's the latest?
25.5 minutes into the third quarter here, Hilly, and the Kangaroos lead 7 goals, 11-53 to Warrnambool, 7 goals, 6-48.
Geez, they've had a big third term, Brownie.
They have, yes, had a big third term. Unfortunately, just sustained an injury, though. Young Duncan Wrench has just hurt his knee, so he's out for the rest of the day. But, yeah, it looks like we're set for a good last quarter here.
Beautiful work. And back here, a crowd favourite mark by Jack O'Sullivan, and Matco Hire, highlight of the day, contender. And, well, they can kick 2 in as many minutes here, the Saints, to take a lead that takes them to 11 points. So at about 10 metres out, almost directly in front, Jack O'Sullivan, 1 of 3 playing today, comes in and connects with a beautiful goal. They're out to 11 points here, the Saints. They've kicked 3 goals in this third term to take an 8-8-56 lead to 7-3-45. And 13 minutes has gone on the Shojin Concrete scoreboard. Blackie.
Yeah, a bit of loose checking from North Warrnambool. Sammy Dobson was 50 metres on his own, and he took it on his own, played on and kicked it to a nice lead by Jack O'Sullivan. They switched him into the forward line. He'll probably give Horsler a cop out with no, who's injured? Koroit. I couldn't think of his name. Koroit was out injured, so... Yeah, good player, the O'Sullivans, aren't they? Jack's kicked a couple. Finn's doing well on his wing, and Jack's playing well up there.
And Blakey, just the 2 goals scored at that top end, that Port Fairy end, I think. Yeah. Is that right? By each club. So this is definitely the scoring end. Here's an opportunity out of the centre from McHenry. Goes forward now. Interference against Dobson. Notes that the umpire. Ball falls to the back. Come to Johnson. That's Jack Johnson. Out there towards Lukey Wines. Or is that Adam? Oh, he's paid it deliberate. Well, he's actually paid it holding the ball, but gee, I'll tell you what. Well, I suppose in the context of everything was fair enough. So Sammy Dobson, the Koroit champ.
Had prior opportunity, Philip, I think.
Yes, he did, Alan. So there's a kick by Dobson. Up they go. Oh, getting in front was Jenkinson and Mark Endor, free kick, whichever you prefer. And Bailey Jenkinson, the champion halfback flanker for the North Warrnambool Eagles. He's having another good game. And he's going to have to go across the ground. And this is going to be dangerous. Now he's gone short. Good kick. Comes out to Luke Wines. Now he's got another one wider. I think that might be... Is that
Jackson Grundy?
That's Jackson Grundy. Goes down the line. They've created the loose man. Here's a chance for Johnson. If he gets it on quickly, he does. But, it was slightly smothered. He's still got an opportunity to get it if he can.
Should have kicked it off the ground.
Sinclair. They were out then, the Eagles. They mucked that up. Here's a chance over there on that outer side wing by little Finney O'Sullivan. Got it out there looking for McHenry. Couldn't get it. Chipping in for North and winning a free kick. Out there is Billy Smets, I reckon it is, in the centre of the ground. Yep, so Billy Smets been fantastic today. So, if you're thinking about Matthews Petroleum Player of the Day, Billy Smets certainly in contention, kicks down the line. It's all Koroit and uncontested, and Jeremy Hoisler just go back and take a mark. Again, indoor free kick. So Jeremy Hoisler shouldering the ruck all on his own. He's been a fantastic player for a long time. Comes out wide to, another one who's been a great player for a long time. Dallas Mooney in space. He'll go down the long. He's got a runner in pulling. He's on his bike. Up he goes. He kicks down long, looking for a Couch. Couch couldn't take the mark. At the front of the pack, couldn't gather. It was little Gyron Leave. It's gone over the line, out of bounds. Redford keeps Alan Blackburn.
They're killing them on the spread. They just outrun them at this stage, so North Warrnambool need to tighten up and get a bit of run going in their game. They're just spreading much better, working harder.
I'll tell you what, it's a enthralling contest. 11 points to the margin in favour of the Saints. Have kicked 3 goals to zip in this term. And the Eagles through Billy Smets will get a free kick. Holding on. He'll go short by foot. Kick has to be good. Not his best at Birmingham. He reads it okay. Tries to get it to Mortar, and it's over out of bounds, and we'll have a boundary throw-in. So he stepped over, and a boundary throw-in will occur. So great crowd here. Hampden football at its best. Alan Blackburn. We had a great crowd last time around when these two sides played, and again, the fans haven't disappointed.
Great crowds and great contest of footy. So you probably need to be 3 goals up, Hilly, kicking with this wind, I suppose.
Absolutely. Johnston does some hard work. Looks to Mortar. Now, what can he do? He can go over the top if he's clean enough to Felix Jones. He's got a bit of space. Goes out in front of Jack Burke. Too much on the kick, and Fraser Robb just takes a nice mark. Didn't mean it, but are able to control the ball. Now they're in the corridor. If they can get it moving, they've got O'Donnell. Short kick. That's Finn O'Sullivan. Good spot. Good vision. Whitehead goes inside 50. Jack O'Sullivan coming through as Wines with a punch and does the follow-up as well. They're on the edge of the 50-metre line and we'll have a stoppage. And inside forward 50s interests me in this quarter, Blackie.
Yes.
All thanks to Cinder account stats.
Yep, 7 inside to Koroit. I need a 1 for North Warrnambool, and they've had a lot of repeat entries and entries that have stayed in there for a few minutes. So, yeah.
Callett and O'Sullivan. Jack. Ruck. Callett got the tap down. Got to a teammate in Johnston. Had a kick at it. Couldn't quite get it. Look at there. It's like a rugby scrum. 55 from home will have another stoppage. So 18 minutes gone. Battery World time clock. Koroit 8:56 to 7:3:45. The North Warrnambool Eagles.
Yeah, at Marvel Stadium, AFL 11-8-74. The Carlton Blues getting the job done against the Freo Dockers 6-6-42. 32-point leaders last quarter down there. So well done to the Blues. Here's a chance for Koroit through O'Sullivan. Kicks at the top of the goal square. Contest, Heusler and also Wines down there, but there'll be a boundary throw in right beside the point post.
Once again, Sammy Walsh leading possessions. I think he's got 38.
38.
Goes all right, doesn't he?
He does. He's not a bad player. So there'll be a boundary throw in deep in the Koroit forward zone. So they've got an opportunity to score again here. It's going to be Heusler in front of Callett. Callett got the tap down, but he actually tapped it to the advantage of Neve, who couldn't quite control it. Here's a chance for North Warrnambool. It's grabbed by Birmingham. He can't really get clear, and Mickey Lowther says, "No, boys, you're going nowhere. Give it to me. I'll throw it up." 25 metres out directly in front of the Koroit goal, and they lead at the moment by 11 points. So they've kicked, 3 unanswered goals in this third quarter, brought to you by Clinton Bolch Nissan. Here's a chance out the back for Birmingham. Paddled it on, may have won a free kick. No, Jenkinson's got it. Handball over the top was pretty good. Came out there towards Grundy. Now's a kick wide. Judah Green's in the van. If he can win it, he does, but he's really got nowhere to go. And again, he's been paid for holding the ball because he just took it over the boundary line, and the free kick will be taken out there by Mac Peterson for the Saints as Billy Spets comes off for a spell. So Peterson goes down the line. He threw that out, got it to Birmingham. The umpire said, "That's okay, boys." Up they go. So Parrish and McPherson, and Parrish elects to go the punch and defend, and it's gone over the line out of bounds right in front of the coaches' boxes here at Koroit this afternoon. Battery World time clock. We've just ticked into almost 20 minutes of the third quarter here today, so it'll be Callett this time against, Jackie O'Sullivan. He's doing everything. Forward line, ruck, defence. Matty Wines has got it. Little handball went to the advantage of Jones. Can he get it? No, Green couldn't either, but Jones butters up. No, it's Porter. Ball just handballed it straight out.
He wasn't watching. He wasn't watching.
Take Porter wasn't watching anything else but the boundary line. Alan Blackburn, and there'll be a ball up right in front of us. There's a bit going on too. It's going to be a free kick picked out of here. Not much in it, I don't think, but Green's going to win the free kick. The boys were just having a bit of push and shove.
Nothing in that.
But anyway, Jude Green.
Good way to stop it, I suppose.
The Bailey Smith haircut. He's going to drive the North Warrnambool Eagles into attack. Up they go. McPherson's in front and a good mark. Taken by, no, it's actually Mac Peterson down there. So there's a Matco Hire highlight of the day, contender by Peterson. Goes in short to Mooney. Dallas Mooney, the veteran. Goes wide, out towards O'Sullivan. He spent it before he got it. Comes back to Green. Green will go back to Callett. Callett will go this way, that way. Got it out to Wines. Wines got a little handball to Matthew Wines. Over the top to Porter was good. Porter's going nowhere again. Now, how will you adjudicate this one? Throw it in. Different umpire this time. So, ball in right in front of us. Trent Hill here at Koroit this afternoon. 8-8-56, brother. Koroit, they lead the Eagles 7-3-45.
It's got a bit of everything this afternoon, that is for sure. True centre wing, Callett, O'Sullivan. Tap down, couldn't get it there, was pulling. Umpires found a little trip. Well, that must have been a very, very small little one, but it's a free kick and it's going to go to McHenry. So Hoy looks to go inside, forward 50, working back there as Wines, and he's just had plenty of it today. Both Adam and Luke. He'll go over to Luke now. He'll take his customary bounce and he'll run it out with that spearing kick outside. Defensive 50. Callum Grundy can go inboard to Porter. Kick has to be good. Wasn't that great. Coming out as Heusler. Can they build? Here's Byrne. Here's Jaden Whitehead. 45 from goal. That's a goal to the Saints. Good build up by the Koroit boys. And they get another. And they extend it out to 17 points. 9-8-62. North Warrnambool 7-3-45. And they are playing a beautiful brand of football in this third term. Clinton Bolsh, Warrnambool Nissan, third term, Alan Blackburn.
Yeah, bad kick inside, turnover, numbers at the ball, and Jaden Whitehead done the finishing job. So, unfortunately, a bad kick in board there. If you're going to kick it in board, you've got to be hit the target. But they're trying something, so they really needed it. They kicked 4 straight for the quarter now to North Warrnambool's nothing. They've only had one inside 50 for the quarter, North Warrnambool.
Absolutely. So Jackie O'Sullivan is in the ruck now for Koroit and got that tap out. It was a decisive one too, and he's going to run onto it again. He got it to McCutcheon to get a handball back, O'Sullivan, but he's collared and, he got a kick somehow. He's got it out to McHenry. Well done to Jack O'Sullivan. I reckon put that one down as a Matco highlight of the day contender for the tap down. His own roving, and he kicked it lying on the ground, Alan Blackburn. That's magnificent.
How am I going to write all that down, Poss?
I don't know. Just write it down. We'll work it out somehow. Here's a chance now at ground level for Birmingham. He can't pick it up, and I think
I'll call it a centre clearance, Possum.
We'll call it a centre clearance.
You know what he does, Jack O'Sullivan? He brings energy. He's such an energetic player, and he boosts them around, doesn't he?
Really enjoys himself out there, I think he does, Hilly. Here's a chance for McCutcheon. He's been pretty good too for the Saints today, as we think about Matco Matthews Petroleum Player of the Day. Here's a chance to get out of defence by the Eagles. It comes out there to Adam Wines. He couldn't control it. Couches in there. It comes back to Heusler. Heusler, a little kick out there, put his teammate under pressure. That was kind of Burn. There's a little... I tell you what! Oh, gee. A snap for goal out there was by Burn, and it's gone across the face for just one behind. So another point added by the Koroit Saints. They go to 9-9-63. Leading the North Warrnambool Eagles 7-3-45. We've played just on 24 minutes on the Battery World time clock. Third quarter action here brought to you by Clinton Bolsch Nissan at Koroit this afternoon.
So Wines with a kick in. So you'd imagine probably another 3 or 4 minutes. Blackie left on the Battery World time clock. They're going to bring it to the broadcast side. Big, long kick. Mooney just setting himself. Muggerman has to work hard. Got the spoil. And a boundary throw-in will occur. But they just look a bit quicker by foot, don't they? And just a little bit slicker by hand.
They did the same in the first quarter. A little bit wetter, though. But must be a big advantage going down to the Bega Cheese end.
Yeah, we might be underestimating that end of the ground. Free kick, North Warrnambool holding on to Benny Muggerman. And the big truck at his defensive half back will take the free kick. So they trail by 17. 4 goals this term to the Saints. Paddy O'Sullivan and Jack O'Sullivan working out beautifully. It's going to be a one-on-one, McPherson versus Callett. And the big Gator just holds onto it, trying to get it out to a teammate. And I'll tell you what, you just fear playing on Tim McPherson because you know it's going to be a hard day trying to get a kick.
Wears you like a blanket, doesn't he?
He does. So umpire Hughes done a great job, the umpires, this afternoon. Throws up nice and high. O'Sullivan, good punch away. Finds Grundy for the Eagles. He can't get out. McCutcheon's wrapping him up. And again, we'll have another stoppage. So it'll be interesting to sort of see what they do to try and ensure that the Eagles don't get that run out of goals in that final term. And there was just no eyes for the footy. To Jack O'Sullivan. He'll get the result for a kick. O'Sullivan was just straight at the man.
He's actually been probably the most decisive ruckman on the ground at the moment.
And as I was saying before, just that energy he brings. McCutcheon, short kick, one-on-one. O'Sullivan versus Smets. Good matchup. Here comes O'Sullivan. Oh, that was a heavy collision there. And young O'Sullivan wore it pretty well. Porter gets the handball out to a teammate. Here they go. Grundy touched on the ground. That was pretty cool. Jackson Grundy inside the corridor, but it's ripped off. And a nice mark taken there by Lloyd. Mac Peterson running on. Just takes a nice mark as well. He can go to Finn O'Sullivan, who's going to run and carry. And he'll go inside 50 with a short projected kick, looking for Neve. Reads it best, looks to go around on the right boot, top of the square. Watch Paddy O'Sullivan at the back. And it's a nice bit of defensive work there in the end by the Eagles to concede a point. So it's up to a 3-goal lead to the Koroit Saints, 9-9-63, leading North Warrnambool 7-3-45. And, Rookie, I think you might have said down the line you want to go around the grounds. Let's go around the grounds, all thanks to the McLaren Hunt Financial Group. Jason Canady over at Port Fairy. Port Fairy take you on Terang Mortlake. What's the latest, Jace?
Yeah, boys, 25 minutes into the fourth quarter. Port Fairy 5-14-44. Terang Mortlake 12-6-78. Gus Burke's playing a ripping game for his 100th at this stage.
Beautiful work. Let's go to the Lura Oval. Ash Carlson, South taking on Camperdown. What's the latest there, Ash?
8-minute mark of the last quarter, and South Warrnambool 15-8-98. Camperdown 4-6-30.
Thanks, Ash. Let's go to the Reed Oval. Hamilton taking on the Warrnambool Blues. And Andrew Brown, we had a close one last time we were speaking to you. What's the latest?
A couple of late goals in the last 2 minutes of the third quarter for Warrnambool Hilly, and they've just bounced the ball to start the last quarter here, and Warrnambool lead 9 goals, 7-61. to Hamilton, 7 goals, 11.53.
Beautiful work. Possum Kelly back here at Victoria Park.
Yeah, and a good contested mark's been taken by Jeremy Heusler, and he'll go back and try and slot through Koroit's 10th, and I think they're 4th for the quarter, 5th of the quarter it'll be, Blackie. So Heusler, good mark. He's only a matter of, no more than 25, 30 metres out on a slight angle. He's right in front of the visitors' change rooms here at the Bega Cheese end. So Heusler comes in, played a very, very good game in the ruck for the Saints today. Heusler comes in, drop punted, swinging around. I think it just missed to the left, so just one behind. So the Shojin Concrete scoreboard, 9-11-65. That's the Koroit Saints. They lead the North Warrnambool Eagles 7-3. 45. Shojin Concrete scoreboard, 28.5 minutes have ticked over on the Battery Wheel time clock. Third quarter action, Clinton Bolch Nissan. So ball's in that far out of sight for North, but they can't clear it. It's over on that wing. It's grabbed out there by Whitehead, I think it is. Now Whitehead squares it looking for Mooney. McCutcheon's in there first though. Grabs it, gets it across there to O'Sullivan. That's Jack O'Sullivan, high up and under. Marking contest, going to be difficult. It bounces, misses everyone. And a deliberate punch out. Is he going to pay this? No, he said ball it in. No, gee, I tell you what, hard in the mouth stuff down there for Lukey Wines.
The Saints, you're disappointed. The Eagles, you're laughing. It was the flip side to be interesting as well.
So it's going to be a throw in.
Yeah, Jack O'Sullivan's quarter.
He's been fantastic, hasn't he? So
probably a three-quarter effort in one quarter, isn't it?
Yeah, a goal, and he's been very good in the ruck. So this time it's going to be Heusler. A shallow throw in. Grabbed by... That was O'Sullivan again. There's a lot of O'Sullivans.
Just say O'Sullivan, you're a chance.
You're a chance, aren't you? So Finn O'Sullivan. Now's a chance for Koroit to go back forward again. Up they go. Couch couldn't take the mark. Goes to ground level. Grabbed by Wines. That's Matthew. Tackle without it, I think. And yes, sling tackle set umpire Mickey Lowther. He certainly told us it was a sling tackle beautifully.
So, boys, 20 points, probably 3 goals. It's probably...
Yeah, they certainly wouldn't want to concede another one.
No, wouldn't want another one. I think that's 50-50. I think that's pretty even.
We're in for a great last quarter here this afternoon. So Matty Wines goes down the line looking for Green, but up they go, and Mooney, as he often does, takes a mark in front, reads the play so well. So Mooney, beautiful kick short, goes to Couch. He's probably scores, too far out to score, do you think, Blackie? He can't be 50. He's only following his man through the mark. Being a little bit optimistic down there, that Koroit supporter. So here's a chance. Couch going for the barrel. And I tell you what, he's got under the barrel, but it's
kicked it out the full.
I think it has. The goal umpire's saying
the goal umpire's
saying it's a point.
He was nowhere near it.
The boundary umpire, I think, has made the correct decision.
Oh, of course, by a mile.
Yeah. So the free kick's going to be taken.
He was going to give that a point, wasn't he?
He's going short to Johnson. This is Jack Johnson. He's been pretty good too this afternoon, I reckon.
Ex-heavyweight champion of the world, Jack Johnson.
Well, yes, Jackie Johnson. Up they go. Green in front from the back. Kellett couldn't take it. It spills to ground. It's grabbed by McHenry, but he's going nowhere. There'll be a ball up.
No more scores, boys. I think 20 points, even money, I think.
Yeah, it is. We played nearly 31 minutes on the Battery Wheel time clock too. Alan Blackburn, third quarter action. Clinton Bolch Nissan, up they go. Kellett in front, a big leap there by McHenry. Actually got the tap down. The ball spills to ground. Might have been in the back to the Eagles there. No, said the umpire, and they're fighting over the ball up right on the boundary line. So that mark nearly was almost paid there to Sinclair. I thought he nearly could have done it, but no, he didn't. So there'll be a ball up. It's going to be Jackie O'Sullivan this time. Up against Kellett. Up they go, and the siren will sound to end the third quarter action here today, brought to you by Clinton Bolch Nissan, and the Shojin Concrete scoreboard reads 9-11-65. The Koroit Saints, a 4-goal quarter there, and they lead the North Warrnambool Eagles. I don't think they scored that quarter.
Didn't score, mate.
7-3-45, so a 20-point margin to the Koroit Saints heading into the final quarter here this afternoon, which will be brought to us by SunGold Milk. Alan Blackburn dominated the inside 50s that quarter for Senate Stats Koroit.
They did so, mate. So, as you said, 4-3 for the quarter for Koroit. And poor old North Warrnambool only one inside 50. So, they're dominated. Centre clearances 3-2. Koroit's way for that quarter. 14 inside 50s. A lot of repeat entries. 2 marks inside 50, and as we said, they kicked 4 goals, 3 dominated the quarter. So we're going at 20 points, which is probably about even money each of 2, I reckon.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, we might take a break because it's 3-quarter time here at Koroit this afternoon, and just repeating 3-quarter time scores: 9-11-65, the Koroit Saints leading the North Warrnambool Eagles 7-3-45. We'll be back for the 4th quarter action, brought to us by Sungold Milk very shortly.
Hampden League Live for Clinton Bolsh Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, Harvey Norman Computers, Sungold Milk and McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central. 3YBFM.
Harvey Norman, your premium Optus dealer. Receive a $400 Harvey Norman gift card when you connect to a new $69 a month, 24-month SIM-only plan with 80 gigabytes of data for use in Oz. Available now at Harvey Norman. Offer available until withdrawn. Not available with any other offers. Minimum plan cost $1,656 over 24 months. Visit hn.com.au/Optus-BYO for terms and conditions.
Fitz Media Productions is your online broadcast specialist. From meetings and special events to weddings, funerals and sport, Fitz Media's fully equipped mobile broadcast unit provides a professional, reliable live stream anywhere. Contact us today.
I'm Roma Britnell, your local Member of State Parliament. I'm working hard for you and for the South West Coast region to make sure we have a vibrant and prosperous place to live and work. I want to know what matters most to you, to hear your ideas on how to make South West Coast even better. You can email me, catch me on social media, or visit my office in Liebig Street. I'm here to work for you.
Authorised by Roma Britnell MP, 94 Liebig Street, Warrnambool, funded from parliamentary budget.
3 steps: design, plan and construct. Smith & Son Renovations and Extensions take care of all 3 steps to provide you with a smooth and cost-effective process. See Nathan and the team at Smith & Sons, Ferry Street, quality builders and reno specialists.
Have you been injured at work? In a factory, on a farm, in a retail store, in an office? Madden's Lawyers. Voted one of Victoria's leading work injury compensation firms. You deserve the best.
If there's one thing us Aussies know, it's great coffee. Like the best ever McCafe blend. Expertly made by baristas for a smooth, rich taste that hits the spot every time. Now that's coffee fit for an Aussie.
From trees to traffic, Carter Group is the home of fully trained arborists, offering tree removal, trimming and lopping of trees, along with on-site traffic management planners and high-quality traffic management. Visit cartergroup.com.au.
You gotta get down to Pontings, they're the expert crew, who are always here for you. That's where the locals go, and the tradies know. You gotta get down to Pontings, we've got ya.
Right, thanks ladies and gentlemen. Got some lovely Angus bullocks here. Right, I've bid 390. 80 got, thank you. 2, 4, 6, 386, 8, 90, 392, 392. Jack Kelly here from J&J Kelly Stock Agency. We've been in business 30 years this year. We've got a great selling team to help market your livestock. We sell every Wednesday and the last Friday of each. Contact J&J Kelly Stock Agency and staff for all your livestock needs.
Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater has all your fresh meats ready to go. And small goods handmade on the premises daily. Yeah! Find Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater at Lucas Brothers Butchers with easy, convenient drive-through. Corner of Banyan and Lava Streets, Warrnambool.
Stay warm in one of Narrawong Island Holiday Park's fully self-contained cabins where you can enjoy the sound and serenity of the ocean. Narrawong Island Holiday Park, your water escape on the mainland.
Southwest Local News is fast becoming known for its free, trusted, reliable and compassionate local news service. Southwest Local News. Local, free, always will be. 3 nights a week on Fitz Media's Facebook page.
On 3YBFM, this is Hampden League Live for Clinton Bolsh Warrnambool Nissan, Roma Britnell MP and Madden's Lawyers.
Welcome back to Hampden League Live. It is 3/4 time here at Koroit's Victoria Park, and the Saints had a 4-goal-to-zip third term to take a 20-point lead into the final change and playing some good football. I can tell you all around the ground, all thanks to the McLaren Hunt Financial Group. Terang Mortlake have won their second consecutive match, taking out that game 12-6-78, defeating Port Fairy 5-14-44. So a good effort there by the Seagulls, but a great win there in the end by the Terang Mortlake Bloods. Let's go up to the Lura Oval in Camperdown. Ash Carlson's looking after South Warrnambool and Camperdown. Ash, what's the latest?
Yeah, 19-minute mark of the last quarter. South Warrnambool 18-10, 1-1-8. Camperdown 4-7-31.
Thanks, mate. Beautiful work. And we'll get a score very soon, I think, with Andrew Brown up at the Reed Oval as well. And that was a tight game. And Brownie's with us. Let's go up to the Reed Oval. Brownie, what's the latest in your score? Warrnambool v Hamilton.
Just gone 11 minutes into the last quarter here, Hilly, and Warrnambool are 9-7-61, leading Hamilton 7-14-56.
Oh, gee, tight game up at the Reed Oval, which is fantastic to see. So we'll keep up to date with the around-the-ground scores from our boys over the next 5 or so minutes to get a bit of a regular update. Back here, Blackie, 20 points to the margin. The Saints really controlled the tempo and general play in that third term, but as we've known, there's only been 2 goals kicked up the Port Fairy end of the ground this afternoon, so the Eagles have got the score in, you would think, in the last term.
Yeah, they probably conceded one too many. They dominated the term, actually. They kicked 4 goals, 3-0, 1 inside 50, only for North Warrnambool, 14 or 15 for Koroit, 2 marks inside 50s, and as I said, 3 centre clearances. Jack O'Sullivan, the one for me. Fantastic quarter of football, and they've got him at full forward again, so it might be a bit of a waste up that end, Hilly.
Yeah, well, let's see what unfolds. It's the Saints by 20. They're down to 19 fit players, and let's get it underway. And a nice tap down by Horsler. O'Sullivan read it nicely. Getting it was Callett on the outside to Jackson Grundy. Finds Mortar, who's got the short sleeves now, looking for Grundy and paddles it forward. Out is Judy Green, clever with the handball. Mortar has to be quick. Handballs to an opponent player there in Peterson. They go by hand, the Saints. McCutcheon now on the end of it. Short kick down the wing. Coming back with Birmingham. Brave. Now we can set it forward. High up and under kick. 2 on 1. Burke couldn't take the mark. And Whitehead sees it over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. So entertaining start to this final term. What happened there, boys? A little bit of howdy-doody.
Fraser, it's just come in a bit late.
Arms a little bit high.
Yeah.
So Horsler tap down. Smets gathers. Got it forward another 25 metres. And they're just inside the forward 50 of the Eagles. They're kicking to the Beaker end cheese. They trail by 20. The Saints, an outstanding third term to kick 4 goals to zip.
Yeah, sun gold milk fourth quarter action here at Koroit this afternoon. The sun beaming, although it's quickly sinking out there in the West Ellen Blackburn. There's a boundary throw in. It comes out towards Smets. McCutcheon was first there though for Koroit. He's wrapped up and there'll be a ball up. About 50 metres out from the North Warrnambool goals. They need to score first blood. Up they go. Heusler pushed off it. Got the tap down. Balls at ground level. Birmingham being good to Mortar. Mortar's little kick. Nice gather. That was out there by... that was beautifully gathered. That might have been Jackson, was it?
Yeah, it was on the half volley, wasn't it?
Yeah, nicely picked up on the half volley. So now untangle themselves. That was Jackie Burke down there, so he's kicked a couple of goals this afternoon. So ball up. Heusler up against Callett. Ball hits the ground. They're going nowhere, so there'll be a secondary bounce down there, Alan Blackburn, right in front of the North Warrnambool goal. They desperately need one to get back within 14 points. Up they go, Callett and Heusler. Ball spills to ground. Pushing the back surely against Koroit, but no, said the umpire. I thought
trying to get him over the line, Poss.
Well, I thought Billy Smets might have been pushed in the back there, Blackie, but no, and there'll be another ball up. So Hughesy will ball it up. Up they go. It's going to be Heusler and Callett again. They've been at it all day. Comes to Felix Jones. Can he gather? No, he can't. Ball spills to ground. Fraser Robb's in there. Smets is in there again. And there'll be another ball up. So they want to keep it in there as long as they can north, because I guess the more time that spends in there, the likelihood is that they'll score in one way or another. So up it goes, Callett and Heusler. No one really... It's paid a free kick and it's going to go to Callett, I think. Is it? I think, yes, it is. So Callett, he'll go back and have a shot from about 50 metres out directly in front. Wasn't a hell of a lot in it, I don't think, for Renford keeps Alan Blackburn, was he?
I don't think so. I see Billy Smets is just coming off after 2 minutes.
Yeah, and take Porter back on the ground. So Callett fancies himself. He's directly in front. He's directly in front. He's on his haunches, Billy Smith. So keep an eye on that one for Arts & K. In the meantime, Callett's kicks a it's gone straight over the top of the umpire's hat. And they score first blood in this final quarter, brought to you by Sungold Milk, and the North Warrnambool Eagles go to 8-3. That's 51 on the Shows and Concrete scoreboard, trailing the Koroit Saints 9-11-65. And we said that probably needed to draw first blood, Alan Blackburn, and they did. Sinnott's accountant stats, early days last quarter, dominated by Koroit.
Yeah, one centre clearance to North Warrnambool and 2 inside 50s, and a free kick, maybe a little bit lucky, but a beautiful kick from 45 metres straight over the umpire's head. So a good start by North Warrnambool.
Yeah, nice finish by Callady, who's been good. Tap down was good by Hawser to Pulling, who got it to centre half forward. Dobson, good mark. A Matco Hire highlight of the day, contender. He's good at that contested stuff, Sammy Dobson. That's why he's one of the best players, if not the best player in the competition. I'll tell you what, though, Wines has done a very, very good job on him this afternoon. So he's going up an end where it's been very, very hard to kick goals. 2 we've seen in the first half. We didn't see North kick a goal in that third term. And Dobson looking for his second of the afternoon. He'll kick from every bit of 50 metres out. Dobson for the reply. Connection's pretty good. It's going to drop short. Mooney's there. Big fly. Horsler takes the mark. And he's going to kick it from about 5 metres out. And that's not the reply the Eagles wanted. But Horsler too big, too strong on that occasion. And the big Jezza will look to kick his first of the afternoon and just push that lead back out to 20 points. Horsler comes in 5 metres out, easy as you like, and they're back up by 20. And Blackie, that could be pretty hurtful in the end for the Eagles, because that has been an end that's been really struggled to kick goals. Yeah. But Horsler fantastic on that occasion. 2 marks inside 50 there. One to Sam Dobson from a long way out, and another one to Horsler. The big blokes don't get any smaller, and 2 contested marks inside forward 50 is not what they really wanted, North Warrnambool. No,
and he's been fantastic today, Jezza, so we have to start thinking Matthews Petroleum player of the day, and he's definitely a contender, is the big Jezza Heusler, the Koroit ruckman. 20-point lead, Sungold Milk fourth quarter. We're nearly 6 minutes in, Battery World time clock, Shojan Concrete scoreboard. As I said, 20-point advantage to the Saints. So here we go. Callett up against Heusler, the goal kicker. Heusler got it down. It went straight out there towards Liam Hoy. I think it was wrapped up, and there'll be another ball up right in the centre of Victoria Park here this afternoon. So again, it'll be Callett and Heusler. Centre clearance here, vital. So up they go. Callett almost got the tap out, but it almost fell to ground as well. Picked up by Pulling, diving in there. Jeff Birmingham, well done.
Oh,
but someone got hurt coming out of the pack there.
It might be Callett, I think.
It is Callett, getting himself off the ground. So he'll have to contest this ruck contest. He'll go up again against Heusler. Heusler got the front position. No real decisive tap. Come down there to Finn O'Sullivan. He's tackled, and the umpire said he's going nowhere. Had no prior opportunity. There'll be a ball up. Again, almost in the centre of Victoria Park Koroit here this afternoon. Been an entertaining contest. Some of the big guns of the Hampden League. Up they go. Heusler in front. Got the tap down. Went to O'Sullivan. Came back to Heusler. He didn't really want it. Oh, there's a high tackle surely on North Warrnambool. No, said the umpire. He couldn't see. I think he was blindsided. And getting up with the footy down there is Bailey Jenkinson. So there'll be a ball up. Heusler and Callett will go at it again. They've been at it a lot of the day. So Heusler, he's holding him out there, I think, high, yeah. So just had the jumper a little high on Callett. So Callett will win the free kick from the ruck contest. You look to drive the Eagles forward. It's looking sideways, but I think he needs to get in there as quick as he can. Chop off those the likes of Mooney. So getting back is Fraser Robb here, and he'll take an uncontested mark.
Too easy.
Was too easy, and they just gave him no options wider either, did they, Blackie? He was looking, but nobody offered a league. So Fraser Robb, half-back flank, goes down the line. Looking down there for Dobson. He goes up and, I think he thought he took the mark, but no, said the umpire. Now there's stacks on the middle. Will be a ball up almost right in front front of us in the commentary position here at Koroit this afternoon. Almost 8 minutes, battery world time clock. He's picked out a free kick here. It's going to go to Wines.
Yeah, it was a little sort of jumper punch from a cushion.
So Adam Wines goes to barrel, gets onto it too. Now, who can get it at the back? Johnson's there. He couldn't take the mark. He's going to force it over the line, out of bounds, forward pocket for a boundary throw-in, about 25 metres around from the North Warrnambool goal. Alan Blackburn, rent for keeps. They certainly need one.
Yeah, they do. And as anyone just listened, Vardy off in the first 5 minutes. Benny Dobson and Jared Koroit for Koroit have been off, so a few major injuries there.
Yep. Hey, back here in the forward line, pulling. Here's McCutcheon, mate. His head ripped off as well. And the physicality just hasn't stopped throughout the course of the day. Let's go around the grounds, all thanks to the McLaren Hub Financial Group. Andrew Brown up the Reed Oval. Warrnambool will take you on Hamilton. It was a 5-point ball game last time we spoke. What's the latest, mate?
21 points in Hilly, and it's Warrnambool by 9 points at the moment. Hamilton's had plenty of opportunities, just haven't been able to convert goals.
So a lead there to the Warrnambool Blues at the moment. Good finish coming up at the Reed. Porter got the kick out. Here's Smets. Has to be quick by the kick. Good tackle there by Byrne. He got a little toe poke. Here's O'Sullivan, Paddy O'Sullivan, looking for a teammate in Sam Dobson. Coming through with the defensive piss there was Luke Wines. And I tell you what, he was unlucky there, Dobson, because that was a free kick. Here's Jackie Johnston. Got the handball out. Sam Dobson reads it best. Got the handball out. Mooney finds Jiren Neve. Inside forward 50. The youngster, good cock. Connor Byrne took an absolute ripper.
That was a great kick by Neve, Black. He just put it to his advantage. Didn't put it on the top of his head and just allowed him to run into the space and take the mark.
A nice one-handed marker. Matco High, a highlight of the day, contender. And then we haven't seen a lot of goals. The Saints are looking for their second in this final term. And it was Curran O'Donnell. Him and Burns, similar height, same jumper number almost, 61. But young O'Donnell, he can extend the lead out to 26 points. 20 metres out, 45-degree angle, and you'll listen to the crowd noise if he converts. The youngster comes in and kicks beautifully for the Eagle, for the Saints, I should say. 26 points to the margin. Finishes off his great work. And the Saints, they go on to 11-11, 77, leading North Warrnambool 8-3, 10.5 minutes gone, Alan Blackburn. All thanks for rent for keeps.
Really good there, the way they use the ball. That's probably the difference, the way that young Neve put it out in front of him, and it was a good contested mark by young Connor O'Donnell. 26 points, going to be hard to reel in. They look a bit tired for me, the North Warrnambool Eagles at this stage.
Yeah, so the Koroit Saints are taking control here at Victoria Park today. We're almost 11 minutes in to the fourth quarter, brought to you by SunGold Milk. Ball up they go. Muggerman been good today for the North Warrnambool Eagles. He butters up after losing the rack contest, comes back to Heusler, kick up and down. Jenkinson getting back. He couldn't take the mark. Ball spills to ground. Here's a chance for Finn O'Sullivan. Got a good boot to it too. Got a lot of carry. Here's a chance for Couch. Couch in front, gathers. Little handball didn't go anywhere. Came back to Jenkinson. His kick smothered. Pulling will go in and kick a goal. Will he? No. Beautifully done. Collects to get it to O'Sullivan. Jackie O'Sullivan runs around, tries to hook it. It's gone up in the air. Getting back his Wines. He couldn't take the mark, but he's good enough to butter up and force a contest and get it over the line, out of bounds, forward pocket. Well done out there by Wines. That was Lukey Wines, so he was able to get the ball over the line for a boundary throw-in. It's only about 20 metres around from the Koroit goal, doing all the attacking, and they're in control. 26-point leaders on the Shojan concrete scoreboard. Up they go. Ball's tapped out. It comes back to Wines again. He'll kick it into space. It's going to bounce. Which way will it bounce? It's going to favour Koroit because they've got numbers 2-1 here. Getting back there firstly was little O'Sullivan, but well done. Excuse me, by North Warrnambool Border to get it out of bounds and have a boundary throw in. Trent Hill take over. I've got a fucking
Have a drink, Poss. Have a drink.
Oh, I love it. Hey, as I said before, around the grounds, Terang Mortlake getting the job done, 12-6, 78 to 5-14, 44, the Seagulls. Seagulls had 19 scoring shots to 18, so they were certainly well in the game, just couldn't convert in front of the big sticks. Back here, pulling a little bit of tunnel ball, and he keeps it in. Third effort, fourth effort, does well. Birmingham, handballs out, Wines, deflected, and out of bounds it goes. And Blakey, I reckon one of the things stood out for me in this second half is just that the Saints are getting the little 1%ers done really nicely, those Shepherds, but even those smothered kicks.
They used the ball a little bit better than North, haven't they, in the second half, I reckon. Jack O'Sullivan's third quarter was unbelievable.
Unbelievable. That's An understatement. Here comes Muggerman, high up and under, kick out of the ruck contest. And, wow, what a mark by Mac Peterson. Just desperation. Absolutely personified there. And a great mark, a Matco Hire highlight of the day contender for Mac Peterson. He'll go long to half forward. The target's going to be Sam Dobson, and just couldn't quite get it, but a push in the back for Sam Dobson. So he just got pushed over the line. So Dobson still about 60 from home. Sun shining in his eyes. He walks off the mark, and he's going to go in long, goes around Wines. Is he good enough to tackle him? Oh, it's a good tackle in the end by Adam Wines. That's a great tackle there by the North Warrnambool skipper. So it's a 26-point margin. Wines now off the mark. Has to go on his left. He evades Dobson. It was nearly payback. Here comes Sinclair. High up and under kick. Johnston, McPherson. Oh, that was tough by McPherson. He's a ball. Oh, he took a head-high one. Not a free kick. I thought he might have got to collect a little bit high, Blackie.
He did, I think. But
I'll tell you what, he wore that like a soldier, Tim McPherson.
What an effort.
Tough as nails. Let's go around the grounds, all thanks to McLaren Hunt Financial Group. Warrnambool taking on Hamilton up at the Red Oval. Brownie, what's the latest in your game?
Just gone 26 minutes here, Hilly, and it's Warrnambool by 2 points. And Hamilton's got the ball in there forward, 50 at the moment.
Jeepers.
How long gone, buddy?
26 minutes.
26 and a half minutes gone now.
Right.
So we'll come back to you soon, Brandy, for another update. Boundary throw in, Muggerman, O'Sullivan, good tap down, pulling, almost got it. Here comes Paddy O'Sullivan. He gets better each week, I see this boy, and he's all wrapped up. And we'll have a throw-up still on true centre wing. So it's 26 points the margin, 14 and a half minutes gone. A late finish here. Both sides have got their balls on tonight as well.
Both at the same venue too.
Here's Muggerman, got the handball out, Wines. Has to go check side or go down the line in the forward line, looking for his teammate and his brother. Gathering there was Jones. They've gone over the line with the ball, and we'll have a boundary throw-in right on the 50-metre line. So 26 points the margin. Blackie, I tell you what, the Saints have impressed me in the second half.
They've been very good, very, very good. North Warrnambool dominated that second quarter, but they've come back well, used the ball really well, and had good winners all over the ground.
Heusler got it down, it came to McPherson. He got a little handball out wide to Fraser Robb. He might have been ping for holding the ball here. I think he is. Yes, he is. So well done by Tate Porter, earning himself a free kick. And the boys are still getting a little bit of push and shove out there. So Matty Wines and also Paddy O'Sullivan just introducing themselves to each other. You should know each other by now. Here's a chance, Tate Porter now. He's going to kick from 50. He won't kick the distance, I wouldn't think, young Tate, but he can put it at the top of the goal square and hopefully for a big mark. So Porter's kick, it is a good kick. In fact, it's swinging. It won't quite get the distance. It's been touched on the line. Yeah, it has. So just through for one behind. So North Warrnambool got 8-4-52. They trail the Koroit Saints 11-11. That's 77. And here at Koroit this afternoon, Trojan Concrete scoreboard, a 25-point advantage to the Saints. We played 16 minutes, Sun Gold Milk final quarter, so Mooney plays on from full back. Big kick, gets some distance. Up they go. Marking contest. Green in front for North. Couldn't take it. Ball spills free. Here's an opportunity to run onto it now for Koroit. That was a good play. Up they go. Looking out there for Couch. Couch got it. His handball went errant. It went to Callett. Callett's got numbers in the centre. He goes towards Matty Wines. Couldn't get it. Mortar was too slow to recover. Here's a chance for Koroit, but it comes back to Wines. He's tired, almost out in his feet. Could have got a free kick. Here comes Pulling. Pulling got it to Neve. Neve got it back to Pulling. Pulling goes short, unattended. In as much space as you like is Sammy Dobson.
And he'll go back. Space.
He'll go back and try to slot through his second this afternoon. And I think it's fair to say, Alan Blackburn for rent for keeps, that the Saints are going to be hard to stop if big Sammy Dobson can slot this one through.
Kicks this, mate. She's all over.
Right up there with the leading goal kickers in the competition from season 2022. Dobson comes in. He's on a tight angle. He's only about 35 metres out. Distance won't be a problem. Dobson comes in. The right foot drop punt on its way. Umpire says it's gone to the left, Sammy, and that's just one behind. So 11-12-78, Trojan Concrete scoreboard. That's the Saints. They lead the North Warrnambool Eagles 8-4-52. We've played 17 and a half minutes of the Battery Wheel time clock. Fourth quarter action. Brought to you by Sun Gold Milk.
Let's go up to the Red Oval around the grounds. Thanks to McLaren Hunt Financial Group. Andrew Brown, he's got the close one. Hamilton take you on the Blues. What's the latest there, Brownie?
Yes, Hilly, the close one just finished, and it was Warrnambool by 1 point. 10 goals, 7-67 to Hamilton, 8 goals, 18-66. Warrnambool kicked 1 goal in the last quarter, and Hamilton kicked 1 goal, 7.
Oh, jeepers. So Coach Waldron will be relishing the... not happy with the finishing there. Thanks for your work, mate. We'll get a wrap-up later on, big fella, but thanks for your work there this afternoon.
Thanks, fellas. Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Andrew Brown there for
1-7
Live.
1-7.
Yeah, 8-18. Back here, big fly. Dobson flies, almost took another great mark. It's a 26-point margin. And we'll have a throw of about 40 metres out. Hey, Blackie, I tell you what, tough game today to pick your Matthews Petroleum Player of the Day and your Pit Stop Menswear MVP award. Votes 3, 2 and 1. There's been so many good contributors from both sides. Smets, one of those for the North Warrnambool Eagles. Oh, Finn O'Sullivan, clever, looking for Dobson. Ball comes out. O'Sullivan tries to chase it down. Here comes Dobson trying to break through. He's all wrapped up. And we'll have a bounce out 30 metres out. Any names you're looking to edge towards, Blackie?
A couple of O'Sullivan boys have gone all right, and Jeremy Halsworth for me's been really good also. So that's just 3 that I've thrown in there.
Looking forward to seeing what you come up with there, man. That's why we pay you the big dollars in the special commentary chair this afternoon, all thanks to Rent for Keeps. So 30 metres out, 26 points to the margin, 19 minutes gone. Horsler got the tap down. Grundy was dispossessed. Kicking off the ground was Smets, almost trapped. Nice work there by Adam Wines. Ricochets off his opponent. Here comes O'Sullivan. That's Finn O'Sullivan. May have been tripped for mine. Absolutely he was. And the youngster in his first game has certainly got a bright football future ahead of him.
And the crowd's giving him a bit of stick there in front of the bar.
There, Jack O'Sullivan. He was just coming in to see whether everything was okay, looking after his younger brother. And O'Sullivan will go long for the Saints.
And Arnie's just there too, over the fence.
It goes on good mark from behind, taken by Benny Muggerman. He's been pretty good too, Alan Blackburn. Battled really hard for the North Warrnambool. He's had a good year, to be honest, Big Benny. So he's going into the middle. He's taking a risk. It won't come off because Whitehead gets in front of Parrish and takes the mark.
That's probably the difference between the two sides, just there, Philip.
Yep, long shadows over Koroit here this afternoon. Judy Green did very well, getting back with courage to affect the spoil. Came out to Wines, goes short to Smets. Smets' little handball to Porter. Porter into some space, goes long down the ground, drop pump, and all the Saints are getting back. Oh, good spoil in the end by Parrish, but he hasn't got enough mates there. And Jackie O'Sullivan gets it. He kicks it wide, right across the face of goal, looking out there.
One-hander.
For little Finn O'Sullivan, but a good mark taken by Mortar. Now he's got a chance. He kicks it to, that's little Felix Jones. There's a chance to kick a goal here, Felix Jones, because he straightens up and kicks, but no, it's gone across the face for one behind. So 8-5-53. That's the North Warrnambool Eagles on the Trojan Concrete scoreboard. They trail the Koroit Saints 11-2-78. Almost 21 minutes ticked on the Battery World time clock. Fourth quarter action here. Hampden League Live, brought to you by Sungold Milk this afternoon. And the Arts and Cangery report. It's had a fairly big list today, hasn't it, Alan?
We fancy missing Nathan Vardy go off the ground, his biggest play you'd ever see. I think there must have been a Barney down the other end when he's come off.
Yeah,
so
we were looking.
Fortunately, only lasted 5 minutes and done his groin, and then Jared Cora hurt his shoulder, and Benny Dobson early, we're saying a hamstring. So some big injuries there, but they've got the week off. So I'd say
let's hope they can recover.
Yeah.
Beautiful kick out from Mooney by Koroit, went out to Neve. He goes back across the face of goal to Mooney again. So they have a bit of a kick. The kick is Dale Mooney and Little Jar and Neve. They're controlling the footy at the moment now, the Saints. Spack Peterson gets it, kicks it wide, and it's gone out wide there towards Rob. His little chip kick was good. Went out there to Paddy O'Sullivan. Matthews Petroleum contender, no doubt about it. Off and running is Alex Pulling. He loves to do this out on that far outer side wing. Kicks down the line. Beautiful kick to Dobson. And Dobson takes the mark half forward flank. He's got numbers in the middle if he wants them. Gee, they're all calling out for it. It's gone to the goal square. Heusler a mark from behind.
I say let's just sign him up for me.
So Jeremy Heusler, he'll go back and kick his second, I think, for the afternoon.
Yep.
Blackie, yeah. Yep. And he's been really good, whether it be in the ruck or resting forward. Big Jezza has done the job here this afternoon. He'll go back. Almost 23 minutes gone now. So Heusler will come in, point blank range, shouldn't miss, drop punt, runs in, and kicks a goal. So the Saints are home, I think, here at Victoria Park. 12-12 84 on the Shojin Concrete scoreboard. They skip away to a good lead over the North Warrnambool Eagles, who are 8-5-53. Alan Blackburn, Matthews Petroleum. You're pretty happy with that that goal to sew
between Paddy and Jack O'Sullivan and Jeremy Hawser, and a big crowd, as we can see on the monitor there. Great crowd, great for Hampden League footy, and we had a good game of netball. Not sure on the result, Hilly. The word's telling me that North Warrnambool got up in the netball, but great day. A bit of rain in the first quarter, but North had a great second quarter, but then the second half they've only kicked the 1 goal. So Koroit flexed a bit of muscle. They've kicked 7 goals, 4 for the half, to 1 goal 2. So.
They've been terrific. Hey, let's go to Ash Carlson up at the Lura Oval, all thanks to the McLaren Hunt Financial Group. Ash, has the sirens sounded in your game up at the Lura?
Yeah, been over nearly probably 10 minutes, mate. Yeah, all good. South Warrnambool 19-10-124, Camperdown 4-8-32.
Beautiful, mate. Hey, we probably won't get a chance. Well, if you wanted to send them through to me, mate. Do it. Yeah, send it through to us, mate. That'd be the easiest. Thanks for your work today up there, Ash.
Good on you, Ash. See you, mate.
Beautiful work, and we must thank Jace Kennedy, Andrew Brown, and Ash Carlson for their work this afternoon. We are running behind, so we probably won't get those post-game wrap-ups of the other games, but we'll let you know the 3-2-1 as the boys text them through. Back here, we're at 24 minutes, and Hoy goes down the line. Sinclair backs himself at a nice mark.
Free kick to
or
Johnston,
a free kick to Johnston.
Just let it go.
Same, different.
Same dog, different leg action.
That's right. So Sinclair or be Johnston. Johnston's going to get the resultant free kick for that little push out. So
he's been all right.
Yeah, he's been good.
Jack Johnson.
He's played on Will Couch most of the day. He hasn't
done a good job.
Had a great influence, has he?
Done a good job.
They've done. I reckon actually the defenders have been pretty good. To be honest with you, for the Eagles, You know, Hawes has probably got off the chain a little bit, but otherwise I think they've done a pretty good job. Not a great kick on that occasion.
O'Sullivan let him down, hasn't it?
That's let him down. That kick.
That little chip kick, that connecting kick to get the next bit of ball movement going.
Which was good in the second quarter, but faded away in the last
31 points to the margin, and the Saints are going to stay on top of the ladder as we approach the bye next weekend. Here comes Pulling. Hasn't had a huge day today, but he's done his role beautifully. Paddy O'Sullivan, magnificent. Dobson just pushed off the ball there by Wines. He gets it moving further. Too high. Free kick. Go down and play advantage. The advantage wasn't there in the end because the handball was a little bit errant for Jenkinson. Finn O'Sullivan to McCutcheon. He ducked into it. Got the handball over to Finn O'Sullivan. The first gamer can go on the left, but he'll go by hand. Here's Dobson in the pocket. Kicks to the top of the square. One-on-one. Horsler at the back almost. And a minus score. And I'll tell you what, O'Sullivan, cool, calm and collective there, Blackers, and he's got a great football IQ, the youngster.
Oh, what a game from a 15, nearly 16-year-old kid.
He's getting old, isn't he?
Great,
16.
Great effort playing with his two brothers.
Played Vic Country a couple of weeks ago in the under-16 competition. Yeah, terrific talent.
Good kid.
Be under the notice of some recruiters.
And look, it's been a tough contested game too, hasn't it? Like, it hasn't been easy for him.
So it's Lukey Wines with the Sharon. Full-back for the Eagles. He runs out of the square. He's run out of the square, and now he finally kicks to Billy Smets. Probably North's best. I'd almost imagine Blackie says he'll kick again. Puts Muggerman under pressure. Probably their two best players there, to be honest. So Benny Muggerman with the footy at centre-half back. He's going to give a handball down. Now he's called to play on. Goes short to Birmingham. He hasn't been too bad either, the Mascot medalist. Over to Tate Porter. Tate Porter goes wide, looking for Felix Jones, but getting back.
There we go. Rob. It's a difference again.
Just marks it off half-back, and he'll repel this forward thrush by the North Warrnambool Eagles.
He's been probably someone that hasn't had a lot of plaudits this year, but he's changed from a forward to a half-back. He's been good. Great, and he's been a real good player for the Saints. Phrase.
He has.
Been solid.
Alex Pulling, he'll retreat. He goes wide out there to Mac Peterson. Now he'll come across to Paddy O'Sullivan. Paddy O'Sullivan's got another player further wide. It's Jamie Lloyd. So Lloyd, he's got players further on. And Jack O'Sullivan's one. He'll go short along the line here. Does it for Whitehead. They're just chipping it around the Koroit Saints. just controlling the footy. Whitehead plays on, runs around Sinclair, kicks the ball long, marking contest. In front and uncontested is Sammy Dobson. And Dobson, he swings onto his left foot, goes for a pass. It's a good kick to Couch, pushing to back, notes at the umpire. Ball falls back to the Eagles, but only as far as McCutcheon. And Dylan McCutcheon has marked half-forward flank for the Koroit Saints. He's been pretty good too today. There's been a lot of good players from both sides, to be honest. It's been a fantastic contest, despite the 32-point margin. So McCutcheon goes to the forward pocket. Couch will come from behind. Did he take the mark? I think he did. In the end, no, he didn't. Play on, said the umpire. Here's a chance out there for the Saints. It comes to Smets. Smets was good. Got out to Grundy. Grundy's little chip went to Matty Wines. So Matty Wines, good contributor again. Left foot, little quick chip kick goes back to Smets, who ran on. Smets now will be looking to move it quickly, but he can't. He's shut down. He's got some players wide. Big, long kick. Up they go, Johnson. Good mark from behind. So Dion Johnson marks just on defensive side of centre wing. Johnson goes down the line, marking contest. Getting back for Koroit was Rob again. No, that was McPherson. Ball spills to the back. Here's McPherson. Got it out to Whitehead. Out further afield, a little tight old knock on, but it came to Liam Hoy. Hoy got it back to Mac Peterson. Mac Peterson will retreat back to McPherson, the 100-gamer. McPherson's got a man wide all on his own. It's Dallas Mooney. Now he'll give it to Finn O'Sullivan. I'd imagine on the wing he will. O'Sullivan's got another player free as McCutcheon. He'll just chip it onto him. No, he's going to go over the top here because he's got players further afield. One of them out there is Lloyd. Lloyd gives it across to Rob. Rob will give it wide out to Byrne, who's unattended. Now Byrne can almost go all the way. He has a bounce inside 50, has a second bounce. He'll kick from 35 metres and kick a goal. No, he won't. Touched on the line. Just couldn't quite make good contact, but a beautiful build-up. Alan Blackburn for Redford Keeps. They just controlled the footy from back pocket to forward pocket. Unfortunately, the young fella just couldn't finish.
Yeah, look a bit tired, the Eagles. They've first quarter was pretty tough. A good second quarter, but a pretty poor second. 1 goal 2 for the second half, compared to 7 goals 6 to the Saints.
I'll tell you what, you talk about tired though. The Saints have had 1 rotation since half time, and they're still running out the game pretty good, aren't they?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so they've been terrific, the Saints. They're the ones. They're the ones to beat in 2022 for mine. Round 11 football, Hampden League Live. And the Saints win another game, 12-14, 86, defeating the North Warrnambool Eagles 8-5-53. That's on the Shojin Concrete scoreboard. A terrific game of football. The Saints really dominated that second half with a 7-1 second half of football. The Eagles, they were really good in that second quarter, kicking 6-1 to get a lead of 7 points into the halftime break. But the Saints, they just powered on, Blackie. No Koroit, no Dobson second half football. The Eagles had no Vardy, but they just persevered, worked hard, and they got the job done in the end.
Yeah, big second half from Koroit, 7-6 to 1-2. So North Warrnambool never scored in the third quarter and kicked 1-2 in the last. So just dominated. 46 inside 50 says 27. So a big domination there. 11 marks inside 50 to 2. So that's another big domination. And just had too much run and carry, too many good players over the ground. And bringing a kid like Finn O'Sullivan, who's just moves into the quite easily into the system that they got. Him and his 2 brothers. I thought the 2 O'Sullivan boys, Jack and Paddy, were really good. Up in the top 3 for Koroit, and Jeremy Halser, for me, was probably the most dominant player on the ground. Good players all round for Koroit. They didn't have many passengers, so just a good win after getting a fright in the second quarter from North Warrnambool, but just flexed their muscle and just showed that they got some good young kids all over the ground that can run on top of the ground, give the right options and use the ball a bit better than North Warrnambool.
Hey boys, we're going to collect our thoughts. When we come back after the break, it'll be the 5th quarter. The daily wrap-up brought to you by Conquest Pools and Warrnambool's Town and Country Patron Pass at 5562 0000 for your dinner option tonight. We'll come back with all our awards, our pit stop menswear MVPs. We'll recount all the scores from around the grounds, as well as the 3-2-1 from those games as well. This is Hampden League Live. The Saints getting the job done this afternoon by 33 points.
Hampden League Live for Clinton Bolsh Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, Harvey Norman Computers, Sungold Milk and McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central. 3YBFM.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop, time for you, time for me, loving everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. Sun gold.
The Country Care Dental team listen, care and explain so you know you're in good hands. From no-gap cleaning to advanced procedures, they'll look after you. Open 8 to 7 weekdays in Hamilton and Camperdown. countrycaredental.com.au.
Did you know that Badeness Rural have 3 agronomists and an experienced in-store team to help service the needs of their clients? With the right advice and the latest in agriculture technology, they provide a tailored service specific to your farm needs. Helping you boost production and keeping costs in check is what they do best. From on-farm agronomy to decades of expertise in-store to help you get the best results. Call in and see them today. Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Karamat Road, Warrnambool.
Need something welded or fabricated? See Warrnambool Sheet Metal. Commercial kitchens, benches, exhaust and new canopies, handrails, gates, mailboxes and toolboxes. There's not much Warrnambool Sheet Metal can't do. Braithwaite Street.
I'm Roma Britnell, your local Member of State Parliament. I'm working hard in the West Coast region to make sure we have a vibrant and prosperous place to live and work. I want to know what matters most to you, to hear your ideas on how to make South West Coast even better. You can email me, catch me on social media, or visit my office in Liebig Street. I'm here to work for you.
Authorised by Roma Britnell MP, 94 Liebig Street, Warrnambool, funded from parliamentary budget.
Harvey Norman, your premium Optus dealer. Receive a $400 Harvey Norman gift card when you connect to a new $69 a month, 24-month SIM-only plan with 80 gigabytes of data for use in Oz. Available now at Harvey Norman. Offer available until withdrawn. Not available with any other offers. Minimum plan cost $1,656 over 24 months. Visit hn.com.au/Optus-BYO for terms and conditions.
Woohoo! The footy's back, bigger and better than ever. Just like the boys at Peter Bosch Bridgestone, now offering full logbook servicing and mechanical. With tyres starting from $60 and zip pay available. Why go anywhere else? Peter Bosch Bridgestone, Ferry Street.
From trees to traffic, Carter Group is the home of fully trained arborists, offering tree removal, trimming and lopping of trees, along with on-site traffic management planners and high-quality traffic management. Visit cartergroup.com.au.
If there's one thing us Aussies know, it's great coffee. Like the best ever McCafe blend. Expertly made by baristas for a smooth, rich taste that hits the spot every time. Now that's coffee fit for an Aussie.
Right, thanks, ladies and gentlemen. Got some lovely Angus bullocks here. Right, I've hit 390. 80 got, thank you. 2, 4, 6, 386, 8, 90, 392, 392. Jack Kelly here from J&J Kelly Stock Agency. We've been in business 30 years this year. We've got a great selling team to help market your livestock. We sell every Wednesday and the last Friday of each month at the Warrnambool Livestock Centre. Contact J&J Kelly Stock Agency and staff for all your livestock needs.
On 3YBFM, this is Hampden League Live for Narrawong Island Holiday Park, Warrnambool Sheet Metal, Country Care Dental and Fitz Media Productions.